Backbone of the economy. Elisa Brady, Fox News. That's how President Trump describes the semiconductor industry, just announcing that the world's largest chip maker, Taiwan Semiconductor, plans at least $100 billion in new investment in the U.S.
The most powerful AI chips in the world will be made right here in America.
That's on top of some $65 billion announced by the company during the Biden administration. Now, during that event, the president also just telling reporters after Friday's Oval Office blow-up with Ukraine's President Zelensky.
Well, I just think he should be more appreciative because this country has stuck with them through thick and thin.
But he sidestepped a question on whether a minerals deal with Ukraine is still on the table, saying he'll have more to say during tomorrow night's address to a joint session of Congress. First Lady Melania Trump visits Capitol Hill to support the Take It Down Act, which would make it a federal crime to knowingly publish or threaten to publish non-consensual intimate imagery online. The First Lady says children especially must be protected.
It's heartbreaking to witness young teens, especially girls, grappling with the overwhelming challenges posed by malicious online content, like deepfakes.
The bill previously passed the Senate with bipartisan support, but stalled in the House. A Senate Democrat wants answers from the Secretary of State about a reported plan to spend more than $400 million on armored versions of Tesla Cybertrucks to transport diplomats. Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal says the State Department publicly stated that contract was planned during the Biden administration, but Blumenthal says questions have been raised about whether government documents have been backdated because of public pushback. The Trump administration has said the purchase is on hold. America is listening to Fox News.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A reason to keep tabs on the radar. 42 degrees, cloudy in downtown Indianapolis. Radar would appear to be in good shape for now. Low of 39 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:02. Rain's on the way this week, according to Cody Moore with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis.
So currently thinking the rain's going to start during the day on Tuesday, coming into western portions of Indiana during the morning and then spreading eastward through the evening. And then it's going to last all Tuesday night and into Wednesday.
Moore says rain Tuesday night will also come with some strong winds and a wintry mix that'll show up Wednesday. Ukrainian President Zelensky insulted President Trump and let his people down by arguing in the Oval Office Friday. That's all according to your Congresswoman Victoria Sparks.
Coming to the White House and, playing, politics and doing theater, what he's trying to do to drum up his poll. And, I think he overplayed his card.
Sparks is the only Ukrainian member of Congress. She told Newsmax that offending the American people is a terrible idea and says that Friday's meeting only made things worse for Ukraine. The Supreme Court decided today not to weigh in on the constitutionality of a college bias response team. John Herrick reports.
Those types of teams take anonymous reports of bias and sometimes even refer students for discipline. The group, called Speech First, filed a lawsuit against Indiana University claiming their policy violates First Amendment rights. Critics claim that these policies limit speech on campuses and pressure students to self-censor. The Supreme Court declined to hear a similar lawsuit from Speech First last year against Virginia Tech. IU says their policy is all about being civil and inclusive. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana Governor Mike Braun signed a new executive order giving at least 6 weeks of maternity leave for state employees. The governor says the state should be doing everything it can to accommodate the needs of employees with newborn children. And the original plan for Honda was to make their second best-selling car in Mexico. Chris Davis reports on why that may have changed.
It's because of the Trump tariffs. Reuters is reporting the plan is to make the Civic in Indiana. That has not yet been confirmed by the company, but if it's true, the plan is to begin production here in May of 2028. It has also not been confirmed whether that would be at the Greensburg plant, which is the only Honda operation in Indiana. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
Spring showers might bring flowers, but they can also bring roof leaks. Strong winds, heavy rain can expose hidden damage, leading to costly water issues inside your home. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Water can seep into your attic, walls, and insulation, causing mold, rot, and expensive structural damage. The good news? Moss Roofing. They offer free inspections. Whether it's a small leak or a big roofing concern, their expert team will assess the damage and provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. With over 35 years years of experience, Moss Roofing knows how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather. Don't wait for a minor drip to turn into a major repair. For top-notch roofing services, trust Moss Roofing to keep you dry this spring. For a job done right every single time, visit mossroofing.com. Call 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665 or go online to Moss Roofing. M-O-S-S. mossroofing.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you.
The traffic on the 5s at 3:05. Here's Matt Baer.
Westbound 70 Rural Street, Keystone Avenue. That is a east side crash blocking the left lane. Again, it's on westbound 70 Rural. And traffic is backed up to Sherman Drive. 5-minute delay at the moment. Inbound 69 slow, 96 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale ends soon. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Restrictions apply. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies later today. We will see a seasonable day with highs right around 49. Clouds increase later tonight with lows into the lower 40s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Crazy, violent weekend in Indy. 10 people shot, 2 stabbed, 4 killed. We're talking Friday through Sunday. This thing at the Texas Roadhouse on the south side is ugly.
Man, I hate that. I've been to that location a bunch of times,
Nige. It's sad. It involves, a 32-year-old shot. I still am having trouble processing exactly what went down, how this happened. All I know is there's somebody's dead. Somebody was dead, and there was a lot of families and kids there and young witnesses. Not cool.
No, and that location is near like a hotel. So if you're in town for whatever reason, maybe you came in town for a ball game or a charity event downtown or some sort of convention. Maybe you're a travel sports parent. I don't know. But, folks stay in these hotels and they just walk over, grab dinner.
That's what I did.
And I've been to this location a number of times, and it sounds like there was a dispute of some kind that took place inside. Now, there was an off-duty officer in there who tried to get things to calm down, but it then spilled over outside.
One of the guys said, I don't give an F if there's a cop in here. I'm killing this guy, or something to that effect.
Correct. And
I'm paraphrasing there, just kind of looking over the WIBC article here. That's ugly. That's awful. And again, families, kids.
Right.
In this thing that had to watch that crap break out. That's I don't know, bummer, I guess, is a word I could use. It's kind of simplifying what happened, but I don't know what else to do because violence in this city just bums me out. It really does, especially when it's stuff like this.
Now, so far in 2025, the city is on a better track than previous years when it comes to crime, right? Numbers are down just a little bit compared to the previous years. Now, the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, Rick Snyder, friend of this program, we have him on all the time. He puts out a thing on social media saying that Indy is still on a substantially lower trend for overall violence in 2025.
Okay.
But, and there's a but, warmer weather is coming, so we need the courts and the rest of the system to hold the line. And what he means by that, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me speaking on his behalf here, is you need to keep bad guys locked up or give them the toughest bail you can have. Because the problem we have in this city is the repeat offenders. And we say it all the time. You're probably tired of hearing about it, but if we don't keep talking about it, nothing will get done. The violent repeat offenders that come through the revolving door of the justice system in Marion County. If the courts, if the judges, if they all play ball and do things properly, prosecutor's office, Ryan Mears, if you actually do your job, and act like a prosecutor and not a public defender who just wants to be mayor one day, the city can do a lot better. And we're off to a pretty good start so far. Let's see if that stays. Here's a question I've got for you, Nige.
Hit me.
Do we need to make a bingo card for Trump's speech tomorrow?
Speech?
It's not a State of the Union because technicality, right? It's the first term for a new president, but he was invited by the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, to address a joint session of Congress tomorrow. And don't threaten the old man with a good time. So he signed up. So tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Donald Trump will be delivering a speech of some kind to a full Congress, the House, the Senate, prime time, 8 o'clock. Is this bingo card worthy?
Oh, yeah. It's tailgate worthy. It's bingo card worthy. It's keg worthy. It's wings worthy on a Tuesday. What do you think's going to be on that bingo card? I bet the word disrespect and Ukraine.
Oh, those are
both
on there.
Two different squares, but probably right next to each other. After what happened Friday.
ICE will be on that bingo card.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just make that a free space, right? He's going to talk about the work that ICE is doing, but it sounds like, again, based on everything I've been reading online, this might be a fiery one. Now, remember when Joe Biden tried to be Johnny Tough Guy and had that red backdrop behind him, and they called it the Angry Brandon speech? It was in Philadelphia, I believe.
Speech from hell or something like that. Yeah, that was.
But he just looked like old man yelling at the cloud. I mean, nobody took that guy seriously. You know he didn't write it. He was having a hard time reading it. Tomorrow, in front of Congress, it's supposed to be pretty fiery. Here's a tweet from in-your-face Nancy Mace, House rep from South Carolina. Quote, "Spent a little time with the president this weekend, and I have to say, this speech is going to be epic. You will not want to miss this." Okay, so let's go. Maybe we'll make a little bingo card and have that for you guys by the morning.
Yeah.
Now, you know me, Nige, I'm a betting man. Place your bets here. What will be the official clown act that we will see from the Democrats during the speech tomorrow? Will they all be wearing like Ukraine colors? Will they have the hands-made tail dresses on?
Everybody's going to have the Ukraine button, lapel pin.
We stand with Ukraine.
Yes. I saw a lot of that on Facebook over the weekend, too.
Oh, it's back. Yeah, the same people that had that up in 2022, they're playing the hits again because Trump was mean to Zelensky, in their words. So, yeah, that's an option. Could you see the anti-Israel folks making some noise in there? Whether it's Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Cori Bush, any one of these folks, this is their chance to be a big, giant horse's ass. So they're not going to not do something, right? They're going to do something. Real quick, we just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up to our bowling event on Friday.
Oh, man, how fun was that?
White and Bowl, presented by Jack Daniels. It was up at Royal Penn Woodland Bowl on the north side.
I don't know if you could tell by just the expression on my face on Friday, my entire Friday, from taking an Uber to work. I feel blessed. I feel lucky. I go, if there's a day where I have to take an Uber to work because I'm knowingly going to be imbibing later that day.
More so than usual.
At work. Yeah.
More so than usual.
I'm thankful. I'm happy. The wife was with her girlfriends out of town. The kids were at a church camp, man. The stars aligned. We had a wonderful time. We raised money for veterans. And I think some Hammer and Nigel fans, some WIBC fans had some really good times.
Yeah, man. We raised a couple $1,000 for various veterans groups, and all the money stays here in Central Indy.
Oh.
But, man, that was fun. We had another big drunken pyramid in one of the lanes.
A human pyramid, yeah.
Yes. Some drunks stack up cups. We stack up drunks.
My man, you remember my man Wade?
Yes.
Wade, smaller guy in stature. He was on top of the pyramid, and I think his liver could outdrink mine. Even though he's a little bit smaller dude than I was, that guy was, down in the Jack Daniels.
He was having a good time.
And he wasn't having one unless I was having one. So thanks for all the JD, Wade. I appreciate it.
And then you had to leave a little bit early because your ride was leaving, which was Rob Kendall.
That's right.
Rob was your designated driver going home.
I did. I gave Rob $30. I knew he had to get home to his daughter who hasn't been feeling good, and it's a little bit out of the way. And thanks to Rob Kendall for getting me home safe.
So you guys did a little Facebook Live video on this ride home.
Yeah, the entire ride home.
20 minutes.
We streamed live.
20 minutes. Now, for those who are wondering, was Nigel actually intoxicated? I've got some audio here, Nige.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Because I thought I was doing okay.
This is drunk Nige getting a ride home from Rob Kendall, talking about your upcoming birthday and how old you're going to be.
Isn't that what... did you... Like, when you were a kid, did you see people that were having birthday parties... And, they would have big, giant, black helium balloons that said 40 over the hill. Yes. And I would see that when I was a kid, and I thought, God damn, are these people going to die? I'll be 49.
I remember my dad and my stepmom had those parties all the time when I was a kid for all their buddies that were turning 40. Yeah.
Now, here's a little montage of some of the other moments of that little ride home that you put on Facebook with Rob Kendall after you may or may not have been overserved at a bowling event.
But I was doing the responsible thing, was I not? And I still got crap for it in the chat.
So did I, and I didn't even do anything. Somebody yelled at me for being a bad influence to you.
Should I just read it?
Please.
Real quick. Some girl named Jennifer put, and this was after the 20-minute stream and Rob taking me home. I had a few too many drinks. I think it's concerning that Hammer and Nigel put such a high value on becoming intoxicated. One would think they were a couple of fraternity brothers instead of grown men with children. It was so obvious that Nigel has an alcohol problem. What happened to giving up alcohol, losing weight, and living healthier? Hammer always seems to be egging Nigel on to drink, which is not what a good friend would do to a borderline alcoholic. Someone call in Matt Bear.
First of all, I never said I was a good friend. Let me make that perfectly clear. I never once said I was a good friend.
Man, I have cut. You wouldn't believe. Nobody said you were a good friend, and I want to know, that got to me. Like Jennifer, I was doing the right thing. I've lost 20 pounds. I've severely cut back my alcohol intake, almost to the point where some stuff happened last summer medically that I haven't even fully told you guys about. So, screw you, Jennifer. I'm not letting you ruin my good time. I had a blast.
And to say, you've got children. My children are great. I got a boy genius and another kid that's doing great in college that might be the governor one day.
And my wife, yeah, exactly. You do, and my kids were gone for the night.
Right.
I went home to an empty house. It was actually quite pathetic, Jennifer. I got home, Rob dropped me off. I called a couple neighbors. Nobody answered. I watched a little bit of the Purdue game and went to bed by 10:30.
That being said... Here are some highlights of that live stream.
All right.
And I feel like I'm slurring. I don't care because I have not had this much to drink in a long time.
Uh-huh.
And I'll take it.
Tomorrow morning, everybody's going to be like, where's Nigel?
He's passed out. The red, white, and bowl with Hammer and Nigel. Did I sound drunk when I said that?
Yes.
Yeah, because you are drunk. That's what I'm
Well, now, hold on. I've got a buzz.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like Otis from Andy Griffith.
I have not had too much to drink. Trust me. I am a veteran at this.
Veteran.
I have not had too much to drink. I don't like to go anywhere.
I'm right about that.
I really don't like to go. And no, I don't. I don't like to go.
Finish
places.
the sentence.
We had a lunch.
Where'd you go?
We went to BW3s. I had not been to BW3s forever.
What's the name of that place, Nige?
Now, this is going to be the tricky part.
Tricky
part, okay? We're going to go up this little hill.
I'm trying to
left. Right.
Left or right? Which one is it?
Turn right.
Yeah, left would take you right in that patch of trees.
Turn right.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
Now,
Yeah, navigating a Turkey Foot hill there in Zionsville is quite complicated. I was making sure Rob had the proper directions.
What was the name of the place we had lunch, Nige?
What'd I say?
Buffalo W.
I got confused on whether to say BW3s or Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't care, man. I had a good time, and I want to thank everybody for coming out Friday night. It was a blast.
Matt Bear's got to look at the roads.
East side, westbound, 70 crash at Rural Street, Keystone Avenue, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Emerson Avenue. On the northeast side, eastbound 465, slow from Keystone over to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's weird. I just got a text from Joe Hawk said that he wants to hang out with Nigel more often. Weird. Don on the YouTube chat. Nigel isn't running for anything. He's running from something. So good. Right now it's 46 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Many times, patients have symptoms they didn't know were actually related to their airway breathing issues.
I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, and neck pain. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point.
Unfortunately, this is typical. But until you get to the root of your problem, it's going to just persist. Fortunately, Jody took action, and the results were typical as well.
My quality of life is so different. But one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Being able to breathe freely is life-changing, and the effects can go beyond that.
Sleeping better, having more energy, and it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away.
And thank heavens for that, because at Advent, results are what drive us, helping you breathe well so you can live better.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
I'll say this. There are no entries in the Hoops Fan Hall of Fame who didn't show up to the game. Yes, you in the back.
Professor, March Madness is coming to Indianapolis. Are we ready?
You prepared to bring the fire? Give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. The NCAA Sweet 16 and Elite 8, March 28th and 30th in Indianapolis. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Class dismissed.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Indianapolis area attorneys. 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1250, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, hi, I'm Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there.
I'm the bad friend, apparently.
Yeah, I guess you encourage me. You encourage me to
It's
do
my
bad
fault.
things.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the live stream of Rob Kendall taking me home from our bowling party on Friday, you'll understand what that means. If you want to listen to me babble incoherently for 20 minutes, Facebook.com/Hammer and Nigel. Please.
If you want to hear him do it for 4 hours, keep it right here to 93 WIBC.
I walked cheeks open, right back asswards into that one, didn't I?
Cheeks open. Good Lord.
I walked right into it. All right, please, Mr. Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita, do us a favor and kick off this edition of Legal Stuff.
Legal Stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal Stuff.
Dateline, Florida.
Ah, Florida man.
35-year-old man in Florida was arrested after waving a Chucky doll to shoppers at a market. Now, you know who Chucky is, right? The little
killer doll from back. I mean, it was Child's Play, the movie back in the 80s or early 90s. Yeah, man.
A lot of people say John Gruden resembled Chucky.
Yeah,
a
that's
little
right.
bit.
Right. So what was this guy doing?
Waving a Chucky doll at shoppers at the market, and he was doing it like in a really menacing, disturbing way. Here are the police confronting and arresting this guy at the store.
We have people calling, and you really have no reason to be in the area.
I understand that.
Go on your way and don't cause another issue.
They called us again. What did I do?
I don't know. What happened?
I was just walking.
You didn't talk to anybody?
You want to bet? Look, with all this
No, I don't need to bet with you, man.
We got called that you were chasing people with this phone.
So, Nigel, let's say you're going to the market.
Yeah.
You're there with the kiddos. And there's a dude like Corbin standing there who's filling in for Allison today. And he's got a Chucky doll. And he's gritting his teeth. And he's menacing. And he's shaking it at you. How do you respond?
I think my son Connor would laugh and think it was cool. Right, like around 2020 when we knew the kids were going to stay home, Connor, like for some reason, got into Chucky. Got into he was watching the YouTube video. There's a ton of different YouTube videos.
Where's the chip off the old block? You got into that stuff when you were young.
I know. I never let him watch the actual movie, though. But we ordered him this giant Chucky doll with the giant plastic knife and just blood all over him. And it was.
So you wouldn't let him watch the movie, but he could have the doll with the knife.
Oh, we had the doll all over the house. Scared the crap out of me coming downstairs every morning. So I think it would have thought Corbin was cool carrying the Chucky doll.
Yeah, like I can see Connor going up getting his picture and an autograph.
Yeah, right.
One more for legal stuff here. Dateline, Florida.
Yeah, we'll stick in Florida.
18-year-old woman in Florida was arrested after vandalizing her ex's car. Apparently, she thought that egging it and spray painting the car would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Turns out, may have been the wrong car.
Oh, no.
May have been the wrong car.
No.
Here she is being arrested by officers, and the man whose car was actually vandalized speaking out.
You really need to try harder to try to be sneaky because you are god-awful. You guys spray painted the wrong damn car.
First of all, I'm not Jason, bro. Like, you know that. I'm Jonathan. That wasn't me. It's crazy, too. Like, they chose the perfect color. The perfect color to pop off of black. You're 18. There's no point to ruin your life this early over a guy.
Spray paint, egging, attacking it, wrong car.
Boy, this 18-year-old girl must have a lot of money, but with the price of eggs, what they are, my
That's
goodness.
a great point.
Boy,
wow, that's
a rich, vindictive woman.
That's really the headline of the story now. 18-year-old can afford eggs. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Thousands of Hoosier veterans are struggling with homelessness
homelessness, unemployment, and other urgent needs. With your help, Veteran Support Network provides housing, job training, food, and emergency assistance. And every dollar stays in Indiana. Veteran Support Network, in partnership with Dreisky Moving and Storage in Westfield, working together to support local veterans. Go to veteransupportnetwork.org to help with rent, utilities, auto repairs, home repairs, and more. Stand with Indiana veterans. Donate now at veteransupportnetwork.org.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings came in, did a miracle in my garage. My garage was old and dirty and cracked, and it just needed a new coating. It had never been maintained. That's where Galaxy Concrete Coatings came in within a day, turned it into something brand new, easy to clean, 4 times as strong. And by the way, they don't use epoxy, which is kind of the old stuff the other guys use. They use polyurea. It's the new premium standard for coatings. Not that you'll need it. There is a lifetime warranty. GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com, or call them 751-9070.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
She thinks it was a bad move. 45 degrees, cloudy at the circle, and mostly clear in your radar. Some light rain up north. 39 your low tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:31. Ukrainian President Zelensky insulted President Trump and let his people down when he argued in the Oval Office last Friday. Those are the words of Indiana Congresswoman Victoria Spartz.
Coming to the White House and, playing, politics and doing theater, what he's trying to do to drum up his poll. And, I think he overplayed his card.
Spartz, the only Ukrainian member of Congress, told Newsmax that defending the American people is a terrible idea and only makes things worse for Ukraine. So what's going to happen with that minerals deal?
President Zelensky, maybe a coming to Jesus moment while he was in London, says that he would now sign the minerals deal with the United States. Zelensky spent the weekend there in London, where he inked a deal for about $2 billion worth of missiles and another $1 billion worth of assistance to be paid from those Russian frozen assets. Now, in addition, he got these assurances from the United Kingdom to say that they'd put boots on the ground and planes in the air after a peace deal is signed. President Trump says that the Ukrainian president disrespected the Oval Office. So today, a White House official telling me nothing has changed. President Trump not willing to sign the agreement just yet. In fact, he reportedly is meeting with top advisors now this afternoon about if future military aid should go to Ukraine.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence. The U.S. Supreme Court decided today not to hear a challenge from a conservative group, Speech First. They had challenged Indiana University's policy on bias-motivated incidents, claiming the policy had violated First Amendment rights. Justices rejected that claim. IU's also defended their policy as one that promotes inclusivity and civility. Rain, snow, strong winds, and a warm-up. All expected this week in Indiana, reports Ryan Hedrick.
Rain moves in Tuesday and sticks around all day. Temperatures will drop Wednesday, bringing a better shot at snow. But by Friday,
we're already back up into the low to mid-50s, and it looks like we'll be around the 50-degree mark for much of the weekend.
Forecaster Cody Moore at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says that trend continues into next week when temperatures will stay in the 60s. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:33.
Well, sure. Of course, we're all excited that spring is almost here in central Indy. But this month, when the weather still can't make up its mind and it's going back and forth between warm and cold, Hoosiers get a very specific type of roadway March Madness. It's called potholes. And they're a pain, but you know what? It's one of the reasons why I'm a AAA member. Peace of mind for the roadside assistance. I've had flat tires on the side of the road because of potholes. AAA has been there for me every time.
And if you're having tire issues, AAA's got you covered with their mobile tire service, My Pit Crew. They bring the tire shop to you. I've used this service before, and now that I got my 2 boys driving, this service protects the whole family. So if you don't have a spare, My Pit Crew from AAA, these guys are the best. MyPitCrew.com. You pick out the tires and schedule the install. Join AAA today. AAA members get a discount on My Pit Crew. You can get a AAA membership by calling 844-GO-AAA-GO or stop by any AAA office. AAA.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Discover cancer care that empowers you. at Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center by offering the expert, compassionate care you need.
When I was at my lowest, I would have 2 or 3 nurses come in to give me a pep talk, telling me it's okay to feel this way. It's normal, but you have us to support you and you will get through this.
Learn more at ecommunity.com/cancer.
Dents happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
With traffic at 335, here's Matt Bear.
Yeah, Harrison looking at eastbound 465 north side slow before Allisonville Road 269. Inbound 65 slows after 21st to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies later today. We will see a seasonable day with highs right around 49. Clouds increase later tonight with lows into the lower 40s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
The only way to bag a classy lady is to give her 2 tickets to the gun show.
It's Monday Gun Day with the Gun Guy.
Just watch out for the guns. They'll get you.
Guy Wilford.
Stop calling your arms guns.
Hammer and Nigel show.
Yeah, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. The Gun Guy, Guy Relford, live in studio. 2A attorney, licensed firearms instructor. Guy, how are you?
Man, I'm great, and thanks as always to our sponsor for Monday Gun Day. That's Premier Arms in Brownsburg, the largest selection of new, used, and historic firearms in the Midwest. And PA Jewelers located right in the store. Check them out at 3754 South Green Street in Brownsburg or premierarms.com.
Any number of places we could start, maybe just with your the status of your bill at the State House, or the bill that you helped write, at least.
Yeah, no, I'm
what
way
that
excited
has to
about
deal with
this.
that, and maybe just reset all that.
Yeah, it's House Bill 1137 that would actually allow us to expunge a red flag case off of someone's record once they're found to be not dangerous. And this is important because today, let's say your neighbor falsely accuses you of being dangerous. Just lies, just makes it up. It's malicious, or
Which has happened, and you've
absolutely
been a part of many of those cases.
I've defended those cases. You're malicious X, whatever it is, and you go in and you prove you're not dangerous, and a judge agrees with you. You're not dangerous. Your firearms are returned. Do you know today that sits on your record forever? It
Even if you've been completely cleared of everything.
Completely exonerated.
And paid for an expungement or something like that? Does that factor in?
Well, right now, a red flag proceeding is a civil proceeding, and there is no expungement for a civil proceeding, only criminal proceedings.
Okay.
So, and that's what this bill fixes. This bill says, even though it's a civil proceeding, once you're found to be not dangerous, then you can go. Then the court is actually required, if you're initially found to be not dangerous, to expunge that off your record. Even if you're found to be dangerous and you go back in and prove later on that you're no longer dangerous, then the judge may, it's discretionary at that point, may expunge that off your record. And it's a good bill. It passed, get this, a 2A related bill, because red flag obviously is about seizure of firearms. A 2A related bill in the House this session passed unanimously in the House. It was 92-0. Passed unanimously out of committee in the House. Well, now it's been assigned over to the Senate and assigned to the Corrections and Criminal Law Committee, chaired by one Aaron Freeman, who's a great champion of Second Amendment rights, and he's actually our sponsor in the Senate. So it's set for a hearing tomorrow.
And it seems like you're getting Democrats on board with this too, because normally they don't play too much ball when it comes to 2A legislation. But are they coming to the table on this saying, listen, If somebody's been done wrong, we have to do the right thing.
Well, yeah, and it's been really nice to see. And like, again, 92-0, right? And all the Democrats on the committee in the House all voted for it. And we expect to see the same tomorrow. But tomorrow, 9 a.m., we still would love people to show up, show their support. It's in room 130, 9 a.m., the Corrections and Criminal Law Committee. But we hope it passes out. We hope it doesn't face a lot of amendments. That's our biggest concern at this point, because that can kill a bill really quickly. But we need this. We need people who are found to not be dangerous, especially people who are falsely accused of being dangerous, be able to get that off your record so it doesn't cost you a job, a relationship, a volunteer opportunities. I've seen all those things in real cases that I've handled.
Go back to something that I mentioned just a second ago, and I think it's worthy of a little conversation. It's just kind of the understanding that the Republicans are the gun people, the Democrats are the anti-gun people. Democrats have guns too, right? Like the old Michael Jordan theory. Why don't you get involved in politics? Well, Republicans buy shoes too.
Yeah, right.
Like, I think it's always been weird because I know Democrats want to defend their family, believe in the Second Amendment. How has it came to this?
You know, it's a really interesting question. I just think both parties have sort of adopted platforms that they fell into. I think one of the reasons that you saw an overwhelming win by Donald Trump in the last election and the Republicans take control of the Senate was because there were some people that are at least in the middle or were moderate Democrats who said, you know what, I really don't want to vote for the party of gun control. And I was even hopeful that we could see more and more Democrats just decide that they're not just by definition, just as a knee-jerk reaction, you know, the anti-Second Amendment party. But then what happened? Who got elected vice chair of the National Democratic Party here just in the last election?
Hogg.
Incredibly disappointing. David Hogg, whose entire claim to fame, because you're exactly right, Nigel, entire claim to fame is, you know, he actually wasn't there, but based on being a student anyway at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, went out on an anti-gun campaign. He's the anti-gun, you know, poster child with an emphasis. And he gets elected vice chair of the National Democratic Party. That doesn't bode well for where we're going to see Democrats go, at least at the national level, not necessarily here in Indiana. But on a national level, that doesn't bode well at all.
But is that a case, kind of like what we see on Twitter all the time, where the very loud lunatic minority tends to hijack all of the spotlight when a lot of people might not even feel the same way?
Yeah, it could easily be done. And you know, I think we talked about this right after he was elected by the DNC. It could also be, you know, the DNC understands they need to get younger, right, after the abysmal performance of Joe Biden. They need to get younger, more dynamic. And here you've got this kid, you know, I don't know if he's even out of Harvard yet. I'm still shocked he got in there,
which was ridiculous and a whole separate discussion.
Yeah, we understand that dynamic, but you know, young kid, and they go, oh well, here you go. You know, we'll get somebody young and enthusiastic as part of DNC leadership. But it doesn't bode well for. I don't think it bodes well for the DNC because I don't think the rank and file necessarily are going to want to go down that road. Exactly to your point.
How do you write a bill? Like this red flag bill, for instance. I mean, seriously, sometimes I like to learn about the minutia of, like, who did you work on this with? And then once you got the idea, do you sit down at a laptop and start just writing out crap? Is there a format that you have to follow?
It's such a good question, Nigel. And listen, there's no magic formula to it. If you have an idea for a bill, man, just, you know, put something on paper, because here's the way it works. Well, I mean, I've done enough of them now. I mean,
is there a template or something?
No,
like
not really. But if you just have an idea, just put it on paper. What I've always done is I've always gone to a legislator that I've worked with and just said, hey, I've got an idea for a bill. What do you think? And they know me. They say, well, Guy, I don't know, send me a draft, send me something, and let's talk about it. So I send it to them and say, what do you think about this? Because there's this whole group over in the legislature. It's called LSA, the Legislative Services Agency, within the State House. And what their job is to take an idea that a legislator has and put it into the perfect mode, the perfect template,
format,
to your point, to make it a bill. And they also do things like research. Are there any related laws that also need to change as a result of this law, right? Are there references to this statute that we also need to go out and make sure that we hit all those things? Is there any conflict with federal law? That's LSA's job, and they're lawyers trained in writing bills. So if you just say, I think stoplight should be purple instead of red, you can put that on a piece of paper, send it to your legislator. They can send that to LSA, and they can make that into a bill.
You just gave me a great idea.
Because I started a little project that I'm working on right now.
Yeah, you did too? That's right.
And we got bullet points. I've got somebody that may or may not be in the studio taking a look at it. And then we're going to get together after this session. It won't be this year, but hopefully balls in motion for the future.
But I always tell people, you got an idea. This is democracy at work. This is literally how it works. You go to start with your elected official, right? Your representative, your senator, and go, hey, I've got an idea. But you know what? They don't want to advance that idea. Great, call somebody else. Look for a legislator that's been active in that area. Like, obviously, I'm a 2A guy. I know who the 2A people in the legislature are. I'll go to them and go, hey, I've got an idea. What do you think? And it doesn't matter don't be intimidated by not knowing the template or the magic formula of putting an idea into a law or into a bill. Send it in there, because they've got these brilliant people at LSA that'll make that happen if your legislator agrees with your basic idea.
Come back for one more segment?
Always, you bet.
Monday Gun Day with Guy Relford. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Yeah, Low T Center isn't your typical doctor's office. Their health providers specialize in treating low T with personalized testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, for each individual unique patient. At Low T Center, they make it easy to get your levels checked. Simple test. And with their on-site labs, you get your results back right there.
Yeah, the experts at the Low T Center, they've got over a decade of helping out patients with a number of different ailments. I had to have some blood work drawn recently. Went to the Low T Center. They are screening my blood. They are checking for cancers. And bada bing, bada boom, you get your results back really quickly. LowTCenter.com. You can also see if you qualify for weight loss medications, GLP-1 weight loss medications. It really is your one-stop shop for all things men's health. LowTCenter.com. Book that appointment right now. LowTCenter.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Better water is getting even better at C&J Water. Get a free Premier Reverse Osmosis System when you purchase any water softener and save $990. C&J is the water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers and Fever and believes everyone deserves better water, well water, or city water. When you invest in any new water softener from C&J, you'll get their Premier Reverse Osmosis System. That's a $990 value absolutely free. C&J Water, for great systems and great people too. 317-733-SOFT.
Guy Relford here. Time again for the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show this coming weekend at the State Fairgrounds, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's never been a more important time to exercise our rights as true Americans. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See the best in sporting, hunting, and personal protection gear, plus great displays of Americana. Come see us this weekend at the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show, Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See you there.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
Hey, Bill, where you been? You're overdue for a haircut.
Man, listen, my water pipes burst and flooded my house. Place a mess.
I've been staying with my daughter till I can figure out what to do.
You trying to fix it and move back in?
No way. It's too big a mess. It'll cost me tens of thousands of dollars. I ain't got that kind of money.
You trying to sell it then?
Well, that's what I'd like to do, but who's going to buy my house in this condition?
Did you call Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters bought our house when we were in a jam. We needed to move real quick. They closed fast and gave us cash.
Simple Quarters will buy in any condition?
That's right. They buy as is. You don't have to repair anything or clean anything out. It's simple.
What do I have to do?
Just call them. They'll do a quick walkthrough, then they'll make you an offer.
Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to help people in difficult situations. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME. Check us out at simplequarters.com.
Nobody likes a cold shower. LD Smith has hot deals on water heaters. Save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Steve Martin and Martin Short. Saturday, October 25th at Old National Center.
More info online at WIBC.com.
More with Guy Relford in just a moment. Right now, Matt Baer is going to get you home.
Eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Southbound 65 tied from 21st Street to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. That's Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
47 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. It's Monday Gun Day. Guy Relford, the gun guy, is here with us. Guy, you sent me a story today that some writer from Everytown, which is this publication apparently, they're making the argument that if a shooting takes place in a gun-free zone, it's evidence that gun-free zones work really well. Right. You're going to have to break this down for me.
Yeah, this was hilarious, and it made me laugh out loud. That's why I sent it to you guys. But yeah, it was a shooting in a public park in Hawaii. And since the Supreme Court's decision in Bruin, it basically says there's a right to carry outside the home, there's a right to carry a gun in public. But they said, except in sensitive areas. And I'm sure they're talking about airports and schools, right? But states like Hawaii and other anti-Second Amendment states have gone out and passed these laws that say, well, we're declaring parks and, whatever, swimming pools and all these other places to be sensitive areas where you can't carry a gun. So they've declared all these other places that the Supreme Court never intended to be gun-free zones through this exception for sensitive places in the Supreme Court's opinion. Well, in Hawaii, they had a shooting in a public park, and it was a gun-free zone. It was illegal to have a gun there. And some knucklehead from Everytown for Gun Safety, which is the parent organization for Moms Demand Action, came out and said, well, clearly gun-free zones work here because this is just one person got shot. And imagine if we'd had a bunch more guns there, then we could have had multiple people shot. And so, boy, we sure need to reinforce these gun-free zones and have more gun-free zones, as opposed to saying, well, wait a minute. Criminals, no, they're the only ones carrying a gun in a gun-free zone.
Bingo.
That's where all the shootings happen. And that's where the mass shootings happen.
It's almost like they target it out because it's a soft target.
It was just so funny.
And I'm also praying, if I'm ever in a gun-free zone and somebody starts opening fire, I'm praying there's somebody else, a good guy with a gun, in a gun-free zone to help take the lunatic out.
It's such a great point, Nigel. And what's the great example we have right here in Indiana? I mean, Simon Malls have a no-gun policy. Right now, it's not illegal to violate that policy, unlike in Hawaii and other places. But in Indiana, it's not illegal to violate that policy. How many dozens of people are alive today because my client, Eli Dickin, ignored the Simon Mall policy of no guns allowed, carried a gun, and saved countless people after a mass shooter started executing innocent people in the Greenwood Park Mall.
How's he doing, by the way, Guy?
You know what? I stay in contact with Eli, and he's doing okay.
Because he has not
fine.
wanted the spotlight at all. He doesn't want to be viewed as a hero. He turned down interview after interview request.
No, I handled all that for him. In fact, one of my great experiences of my career has been able to tell CNN to pound sand about 37 times. But no, he doesn't want the spotlight at all. He's never made a public statement. I don't expect him to ever make a public statement. And those requests still come in every now and then. And no, he's doing fine. He's a great young man, and he did a heroic thing, and I'm glad he's been able to return to the life he wanted to get back to.
Hey, thank you for coming to our event on Friday, man. The Red, White, and
so much
Bowl
fun. I had
presented
a
by Jack
blast.
Daniels. People need to understand, like, when Guy Relford walks into the room, it's like when Trump walked into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody stood up. You hear this rocking crowd response. Like, nobody gets a
No
bigger
joke.
pop. It's like John Cena coming out of the Royal Rumble when Guy Relford comes up to the stage.
That's so not true. But you know what? The people that were there and the people who were gracious, I appreciate. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. But man, it was just a blast to hang out with you guys and support veterans, charities you were raising money for at Red, White, and Bowl. By the way, did you see a guy on social media reposted your post about all this and said we need Red, White, and Boom? And that's a gun lesson taught by me with you guys there, where we have go to a gun range, people come in. Now this won't be sponsored by Jack Daniels, I'll guarantee you. Because there will be no alcohol while we're using. But immediately thereafter, when the guns are put away,
the after party,
we would have a blast if we did this. We got to do this in the future.
Where can people find more information?
On Twitter, man, at Guy Relford. Give me a follow at Guy Relford.
Guy, you're the best. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Top stories next.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity. So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save over $1,000 in your first year versus other major carriers. Plus, ask how to get iPhone 16e on us. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual savings vary.
Barkeep Vodka, these guys are all about local. They truly have made a better product. It's the smoothest vodka we've ever tasted. And it's a better value than almost all the other top shelf vodkas.
When you see Barkeep Vodka on the shelf, that's the one you want. It is the best vodka. It's a lower price than many of the others, and it's made with corn from Indiana farmers. Barkeep Vodka. BarkeepVodka.com. Grab a bottle tonight.
The Pacers are entering the home stretch of the regular season.
Halliburton, shot fake. A 30-point night for Tyrese Halliburton.
See the blue and gold in action against the Rockets Tuesday night.
Here's Turner in on the right side with a sledgehammer.
The Pacers host the high-flying Rockets Tuesday at 7. It's the Rockets' only visit to Indy this year. Get your tickets at Pacers.com. That's Pacers.com. Pacers Rockets, Tuesday at 7.
Guy Relford here. Time again for the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show this coming weekend at the State Fairgrounds, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's never been a more important time to exercise our rights as true Americans. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See the best in sporting, hunting, and personal protection gear, plus great displays of Americana. Come see us this weekend at the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show, Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See you there.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant at home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market.
Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
My quality of life is so different, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Coming up in 2 minutes, your governor signed another executive order today, and when you can expect to see more rain this week. That's all coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
The tariffs are coming. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump says there's no room left for Mexico and Canada to avoid 25% tariffs on their imports beginning tomorrow. Chinese products will be hit with another 10% tariff on top of 10% announced last month.
It's going to be very costly for people to take advantage of this country. They can't come in and steal our money and steal our jobs and take our factories and take our businesses and expect not to be punished, and they're being punished by tariffs.
For Mexico and Canada, there had been a 30-day pause, allowing time to address border security and fentanyl concerns. But President Trump isn't satisfied with steps taken. Canada's foreign minister says they're ready to respond to tariffs. Wall Street hitting session lows after the president's remarks. 649 points at the bell. It had been down more than 700. After Friday's Oval Office spectacle with Ukraine's leader, the Kremlin says Trump foreign policy is largely in line with Russia's vision. President Trump telling reporters today,
I think it takes two to tango, and you're going to have to make a deal with Russia, and you're going to have to make a deal with Ukraine.
He says consent from European nations is important, and from the U.S. as well. He's not confirming reports that he might suspend U.S. military aid to Ukraine, and suggests he'll have an update tomorrow night when he addresses a joint session of Congress on whether a minerals deal with Ukraine is still on the table. The president taking questions after announcing a leading computer chip maker plans to invest $100 billion to build 5 new factories in the U.S. The FAA says it's investigating faulty alerts to flight crews about aircraft potentially nearby during arrivals at Washington's Reagan National Airport. The FAA, some crews conducted go-arounds because of those alerts over the weekend. A deadly mid-air collision near Reagan Airport in January remains under investigation. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
She thought it was a bad look. 45 degrees, cloudy in downtown Indianapolis. Your radar appears to be in good shape. Level 39 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:02. The only Ukrainian-born member of Congress is reacting to last week's Oval Office clash. Ryan Hedrick reports.
You might have heard or seen parts of a public feud Friday between President Trump, Ukrainian President Zelensky, and Vice President J.D. Vance.
I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media.
And things went downhill from there. Now Indiana Congresswoman Victoria Spartz tells Newsmax that she thinks somebody put Zelensky up to that.
Probably some internal people.
Zelensky was at the White House to sign a deal so that the U.S. could mine for minerals in Ukraine. That deal was put on hold. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana Governor Mike Barretta has signed a new executive order giving at least 6 weeks of maternity leave for state's employees. The governor says the state should be doing everything it can to accommodate the needs of employees with newborn children. Bruce Mendenhall was sentenced today for killing a woman in Indianapolis in 2007, a woman from Indianapolis, that is. Mendenhall, who you may also know as the truck stop serial killer, is now 73 years old and was given a 65-year sentence for the murder of Karma Purpura. Her body was found near an interstate in Kentucky 4 years after she disappeared. The Supreme Court decided today not to weigh in on the constitutionality of college bias response teams. John Havrick reports.
Those types of teams take anonymous reports of bias and sometimes even refer students for discipline. The group, called Speech First, filed a lawsuit against Indiana University claiming their policy violates First Amendment rights. Critics claim that these policies limit speech on campuses and pressure students to self-censor. The Supreme Court declined to hear a similar lawsuit from Speech First last year against Virginia Tech. IU says their policy is all about being civil and inclusive. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Rain is supposed to move in tomorrow and stick around all day. Temps then drop Wednesday, bringing in better chances for snow. And then by Friday,
we're already back up into the low to mid-50s, and it looks like we'll be around the 50-degree mark for much of the weekend.
Forecaster Cody Moore with the National Weather Service letting you know that basically a little bit of everything is on the menu this week for weather in Indiana. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numbness, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Matt Schulke, chiropractic neurologist and board certified in neuropathy. What is neuropathy?
Neuropathy is nerve damage in the feet or hands.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
Absolutely, and we get amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, pain, or balance issues, call Dr. Schulke today for a free nerve damage screening. This screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for their specialized treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Simply call 463-400-3338. Act now. Call 463-400-3338 for your free nerve damage screening. 463-400-3338.
The traffic on the 5s at 4:05. What's going on, Matt Baer?
Harrison, inbound 65 stopping, going 29 to Meridian Penn. Just a 4-minute delay right now. Looking at eastbound 465 on the north side. Slow, Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. East side southbound 465 slow. Rural Washington Street down to South Shadeland Avenue. Traffic sponsored by PureTalk.com. It's time to ditch big wireless. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month on their 5G network. Dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
An active Tuesday is ahead. Spotty showers possible before rain turns widespread Tuesday evening and night with some rumbles of thunder possible. Wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Can't roll out some stronger gusts, though, with highs pushing in the low 60s. I'm with TV Storm Track 8 PD meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hammer, I thought one of the best parts about our show Friday, other than the fact that we were live on location, Woodland Bowl 96 at Keystone, Red, White, and Bowl, our second event helping to raise money for veterans. That was great. That was the best part. And a bunch of Hammer and Nigel listeners came out, and we sold the place out, got a bunch of money raised. But secondary to that was the little back and forth Donald Trump and his Vice President Vance had with Zelensky from Ukraine live on TV from the Oval Office.
So, did Zelensky just think that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance were going to be as docile as Joe Biden was for 4 years?
Hammer, I don't know what he was thinking. Was he thinking, I'm going to be able to just come in here and try to strong-arm these guys and shame them into not giving me? I don't know what he was thinking. All he had to do was go in there and sign a few pieces of paper, say thank you. We've got the rare mineral earth deal signed. I know you guys are in some discussions with Russia. I don't like Putin, but we're going to come to the table, and things started to go, I don't know, this is probably not the right word for it, but awry.
He seemed a little ungrateful, didn't he? Zelensky seemed a little ungrateful.
The whole thing, all of a sudden, about 40 minutes in, just started taking a turn for the worst.
And then after that, remember back in, 2022, everybody started putting up their Ukraine flags in their backyard, and everybody's social media profile, the flavor of the month was the Ukrainian flag. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Well, that was back in 2022. So many billions of dollars have gone to the Ukrainians since then.
Hundreds.
And a lot of it, they have no idea. Your money, your tax dollars. They have no idea where it's at. There are no receipts. We can't see any proof that things are getting better in Ukraine. And it's bizarre to me that if you simply point that out, people on social media will come at you. Well, you must love Putin.
Oh,
you must be a puppet. You want to do dirty stuff to Putin, don't you?
You're a Putin puppet, just like Tulsi Gabbard, just like Hillary Clinton accused Tulsi Gabbard, an asset, a Russian asset.
Right. And these people don't understand multiple things can be true. Vladimir Putin can be a rotten SOB. And Zelensky can be shadier than hell. Both of those things can be true, but not to the cause du jour people on social media. You must want Russia to win. No, I want the United States to get out of this. These are two countries. Neither one of them really likes us. One of them hates us. The other one is not an ally. Why is this our problem? I think we've given enough money.
Europe, your turn.
Right.
Go ahead.
So
deal with it.
The cause du jour people on social media crack me up. I got people coming at me all weekend. You're a Putin puppet. Putin, Putin, Putin. No, if Vladimir Putin dies tomorrow, I will celebrate. I'll make a Sarah McLachlan-style video, and I will laugh that that dirtbag is not breathing oxygen anymore. But that doesn't mean that I want Zelensky to keep getting a blank check from this country when we need that money.
You know who all the Putin puppets were? The people on CNN and MSNBC and any legacy media outlet that perpetuated the Russia hoax for years on end.
Right.
The people that perpetuated that hoax, that believed that hoax when there was zero evidence whatsoever, those were the puppets. I got news for you. You were puppets, not us.
Right.
Not us. We knew there was no evidence, even though pencil neck Adam Schiff said he had it in his footlocker out of the outhouse in his backyard.
They went all in on that Mueller report. All in.
Oh, dear God. How many millions of taxpayer dollars for the Mueller report to come up and say nothing?
Try to explain to somebody that just woke up from a coma that people in this country are upset that we're finding out our tax dollars are being wasted. People are upset about it because Orange Man bad, TDS. That's all that it is. Had Joe Biden cut off Zelensky, these same people calling you a Putin puppet would be doing a victory lap. This is how you lead. This is what happens. They hate Trump so much. Donald Trump could give you guaranteed lottery numbers tomorrow, and you would bitch about it. Why did it take so long? But Zelensky, after that little depancing that he took at the hands of Vance and Trump, he did sit down with Bret Baier. Bret Baier is the news host on Fox. He's not an opinion guy. He's not their flamethrower. He's kind of the news host. And Bret Baier asking Zelensky if he owes Donald Trump an apology.
From you, Mr. President, a thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect the president and I respect American people. And if, I don't know if, I think that we have to be very open and very honest. And I'm not sure that we did something bad. I think maybe sometimes some things we have to discuss out of media, with all respect to democracy and to a free media. But there are things that where we have to understand the position of Ukraine and Ukrainians. And I think that is the most important thing.
I kind of like what he said there. I mean, look, we have to discuss this out in the open. Got a little ugly. Didn't exactly go my way, but we're transparent, and we have to let people know what's going on.
See, I thought that he was saying some things we don't need to discuss in front of the media. That's what I heard from him right there. So maybe we'll have to go back and play that one more time. Just a little bit. One more time, Corbin. Play that same clip, because I think Zelensky's trying to say, you know, there are things that we need to talk about without the public.
So I'm not hearing from you, Mr. President, a thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect the president and I respect American people. And if, I don't know, if, I I think that we have to be very open and very honest. And I'm not sure that we did something bad. I think maybe sometimes some things we have to discuss out of media, with all respect to democracy.
Right there. Some things we have to discuss outside of media.
So he kind of backtracked. He said, well, yeah, we have to be open and honest, and I don't think we did anything bad. But to your point, he's saying, maybe it didn't necessarily need to be in front of the media. And I understand why he's saying that.
Right.
Because he was, as you put it, depanced.
Backtracking was a big part of this conversation with Brett Baer, because at the very end, even though he never really came out and said, I owe Donald Trump an apology, or no, that I don't, take a listen to the way he phrases this at the very end.
And sorry for this. I mean, we wanted very much to have only strong relations, and I'm very confident that we will have it.
Okay, so this is Zelensky to Brett Baer. Is that the clip that we just played? Okay, might have been the wrong clip, but he says, yeah, I'm sorry that it got sideways. I'm sorry that it went off the rails the way that it did. That's not really an apology to Trump, but it's the closest I think you're going to get from Zelensky. Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense, and I think Donald Trump has all this in his wheelhouse. This is all. You think that anything like this has never happened with Donald Trump before? I feel like it was kind of reminiscent of the COVID press conferences, which were mainly quite ridiculous back in the early 2020s, when he would have 3-hour press conferences and sit there and argue and badger but not only with press corps, but people on his own team. Right. This may have been one of those times, but I loved it. I thought it was incredible, and
that's what I voted for.
Yes.
That's what
exactly
I voted for.
I did not vote for my tax dollars and never-ending blank checks without any oversight whatsoever to go over to that place.
And going back to these social justice cause du jour people that are giving, you crap for saying, hey, Zelensky's not a good guy either. Understand, they're becoming the minority now. Now, they may be loud on social media, but look what happened in the election. Every single swing state went for Donald Trump. And it wasn't because they thought he was going to continue giving money to Ukraine. Okay? So let them yell.
No.
Let them keep going. As a matter of fact, if you're somebody that votes on the right side of the political scale more often than not, let these lunatics do what they do best. Wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, write 7, 8, 9 paragraphs before they go pee about how bad Donald Trump is, and just sit back, have your coffee, and enjoy it. Nigel, if you need a reason to drink tonight,
okay,
maybe you need a reason to have Rob Kendall drive you home again. I don't know. Happy 59th birthday to rapper Tone Loc.
No way.
Tone Loc's almost 60.
Wow.
Funky Cold Medina, Wild Thing. Had a great cameo in Ace Ventura as the police officer.
That's right.
He was in that. Now, I will give full credit where credit is due here. Hat tip to Jake Query, who works over at our sports station, 107.5 The Fan.
Love Jake.
He pointed out a long time ago that IU basketball coach Mike Woodson sounds an awful lot like Tone Loc. Take a listen.
Really?
Again, when you can allow coaches to come across half court into your space, that's bullshit. It is.
And we go a little something like this. Hit it.
I'm not even going to comment on that, because that's bullshit. Is what it is.
Funky Cold Medina.
That's bullshit. Is what it is.
I see it, man. I hear it.
59?
59.
Wow.
And listen,
Incredible.
As much of a hot mess as the basketball season has been for the Hoosiers, they win the next few games. They still got a shot to make this thing, man. All right, Matt Baer, what's up?
Inbound 65 stop and go traffic from 29th Street to Meridian Penn. It's a 5-minute delay. North side eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue over to I-69, and eastbound 70 slow roll West Street into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
47 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. And we got a fun round of Is This Anything next.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money, like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, and save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile, an incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
You could be overwhelmed by all of the changing fiscal policy at the national level, maybe a little insecure about your financial security. That's all right. Your friends at Trajan Wealth can help. Matt Bear here. Hey, Trajan Wealth designs wealth management that's intended to help protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. Hear how? By scheduling your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visiting TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan Wealth understands the importance of investing in line with your risk tolerance or what's your acceptable loss. They'll listen and give advice tailored to your situation, adding that extra level of security and comfort. There are no obligations. Call the financial experts at Trajan Wealth 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Discover cancer care that empowers you at Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center with leading-edge treatment options right in your backyard.
I feel blessed and lucky. If I knew someone that was going through what I was going through, I would definitely encourage them to participate in a clinical trial. For me, it was life-changing.
Learn more at ecommunity.com/cancer.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers going on now. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, do it.
Is this anything? The annual Florida Man Games were a big success once again this year. Now, much like our bowling event, Nige, this is the second year that they've done the Florida Man Games. Events included the evading arrest obstacle course, pool noodle duel, and a new one called Human Beer Pong. Here are participants and spectators talking about the Florida Man Games.
Well, where else are you going to find anything like this? Like, yeah, we've got the Olympics, and they've been around forever, but they don't have gator tossing. They don't have sumo wrestling. They don't have how much beer you can drink.
It's exactly on brand the way I thought it would be. It's the right level of, like, grimy and extravagant and debaucherous. It's exactly what I want. It's a lot of people day drinking, a lot of people like getting sunburnt.
Living your freedom, living your life, and just enjoying yourself.
I love how that one guy was listing off all the categories of the games you could play, and one of them was how much beer you can drink. That was just like we
played that on Friday.
This ain't exactly the Olympics, but hey, they don't got gator tossing. Gator tossing. I love how he invoked the Olympics.
Now, be honest. What would you rather watch? The equestrian where they jump on that little horsey and jump over little things, or gator tossing?
I'd rather watch gator tossing, or again, the name of the event was how much beer can you drink?
You can be an Olympian, Nige. Congratulations.
This is something I want to take a bunch of Hammer and Nigel fans to the Florida Man Games one year.
Oh, could you imagine a big group trip down there for the Florida Man Games?
I couldn't imagine us getting back in one piece.
Okay, research time.
Yeah.
We need to put a package together. Is this anything? A man named Nolan Schaffner, who was born with spinal muscular atrophy, uses a computer to walk. This is pretty wild.
He uses it to talk.
Oh, to talk, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've seen this guy.
While at Sam's Club, he kept on messing with his mom, saying that she drugs him in order to keep him a vegetable.
Oh, jeez.
Take a listen.
She drugs me to keep me a vegetable.
I was coming with you.
Mom, I don't want to be a vegetable anymore.
Oh, she did not just shut you off, bro. That's criminal.
That is something for sure. That is, I don't know. There's part of me that there's a question that just entered my mind. What if he's telling the truth and he's asking for help?
Why are you laughing at me?
My mom, what is so funny? My mother is keeping me on heavy doses of Klonopin, so I will stay a vegetable for the rest of my life. But it sounds like it was all in good fun.
Right.
I love it.
But we can't rule it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is you gotta love the guy's sense of humor. I love it. Yeah, that is something. And come on, more of that, please.
Is this anything? Mr. Beast's newest challenge video went viral this weekend.
Oh, do you watch Mr. Beast? You know Mr. Beast?
I have no idea who Mr. Beast is.
Corbin, Mr. Beast? You got an idea of Mr. Beast?
YouTuber with a lot of subscribers and a lot of money.
A lot of money. I mean, one of the originals. Like, he does these, like, all these gigantic, elaborate challenges for his fans that doles out hundreds of millions of dollars every year.
So it's like Squid Game, but real life almost.
Yeah. Almost.
Except for maybe the grisly murder at the end.
There's no murders.
Okay.
Nobody, I don't believe, has ever died. But yeah, Mr. Beast is one of those that my kid watches.
He had 100 people stand in circles, and the last person to leave theirs won $500,000. It wasn't as easy as it sounds. It went on for days.
Yeah.
Here is 11-year-old Gio Lopez winning the cash.
Behind me are 100 circles with 100 people inside of them.
I don't care if this takes weeks, months, or even a year. The last one of you to leave your circle wins that $500,000.
The rules are simple.
If at any point you cross the red line around your circle, you lose $500,000.
The challenge has officially started.
11 years old.
You won! Hug your dad! Hug your dad! Your son just won $500,000! yours!
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast is cool. I watch a lot of this stuff with my 13-year-old. I like a Dude Perfect better. Do you know Dude Perfect?
You are rattling off these YouTube dudes like I rattle off the 85 Cubs.
Corbin,
I have no idea who you're talking about.
You got Dude Perfect?
Crazy sports trick shots.
Incredible sports trick shots. They started in their backyard, just throwing basketballs behind their heads and hitting the shots, and then they took that to now they're this giant American sports comedy group YouTube channel. And they're coming to town, I believe, at Cambridge Fieldhouse in August. My kid would love to go. I know you've been taking the kids to a lot of stuff. Your kid's a little bit older, but I think we're going to the Dude Perfect. It's kind of in that same Mr. Beast, Dude Perfect, all in those same genre of YouTubers.
So I have questions about this circle contest. Now, I don't know if you know the rules, but
I was watching it earlier. Yeah.
Are you allowed to hurt the other player? Can I knock him out, throw him out?
I didn't really understand it, but
can I throw my poop at him?
You can't throw. I think fecal launching would have been a disqualification, but if you're 11 years old, I think you're able to maybe navigate and stand inside that little circle a little bit longer than somebody that's like 40.
Okay, so I can't throw my fecal matter. What if you have to go? Because they said this thing went on for days. People have to go to the bathroom.
I didn't watch it. I think you just kind of, you get a Depends diaper and you just go with the flow.
Or I'm not putting it in my own pants. I'm just going to go in the circle. Now, if you don't like what it smells like, you can leave and I'll take the money. I'm going to research this, and I want to get in the circle next year because I have no shame. And
no, you don't? No, stop.
I will poop in a circle if it means $500,000. Let the record clearly state. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
That's are us when dreams don't get in. That's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us when dreams don't get in. That's are us.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
She's not too pleased with Zelensky. 46 degrees, cloudy in downtown Indianapolis. There's nothing in your radar. 39 your low tonight, and some chances for rain as well. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:33. Ukrainian President Zelensky insulted President Trump and let his people down when he argued in the Oval Office last Friday. Those are the words from Indiana Congresswoman Victoria Spartz.
Come into the White House and, playing, politics and doing theater, what he's trying to do to drum up his poll. And, I think he overplayed his cards.
Sparts, the only Ukrainian member of Congress, told Newsmax that offending the American people is a terrible idea and believes that it only makes things worse for Ukraine. TSMC, a Taiwanese chip maker, is investing $100 billion in American manufacturing.
Today's announcement brings Taiwan semiconductor investments to about $165 billion. They've started already. Among the largest new foreign direct investments in the United States, Apple, as you know, made a big announcement last week of $500 billion, and we have some others that have announced. We have many that want to announce.
President Trump at the White House earlier this afternoon. Both Democrats and Republicans have wanted to restore American manufacturing jobs. You may remember hearing about former President Joe Biden signing the Chips and Science Act back in 2022. First Lady Melania Trump speaking with members of the House and Senate today about the Take It Down bill. It's all about punishing abuse online.
In an era where digital interactions are integral to daily life, it is imperative that we safeguard children from mean-spirited and hurtful online behavior.
The bill would protect victims of digital exploitation and hold platforms on the internet accountable, requiring them to remove inappropriate content within 48 hours. And the original plan for Honda was to make their second best-selling car down in Mexico. Chris Davis reports on why that plan may have changed.
It's because of the Trump tariffs. Reuters is reporting the plan is to make the Civic in Indiana. That has not yet been confirmed by the company, but if it's true, the plan is to begin production here in May of 2028. It has also not been confirmed whether that would be at the Greensburg plant, which is the only Honda operation in Indiana. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And not the greatest way to start the week when you peek at the numbers on the market. The Dow in the red by 649 points, closing the day at 43,191. The Nasdaq down as well by 497 to 18,350. The S&P 500 falling by 104 to finish the day at 5,849. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:35.
One of the joys of working with Radio 1 has been that they actually listen.
How can a partnership with WIBC serve your business?
My name's Jake Stamper. I'm the president and CEO of Sagacity Consulting, a full-service marketing and advertising firm.
Communication.
I choose to work with Radio 1 because I have such respect for their ability to achieve a goal. We have served manufacturers to not-for-profits to retail, and the privilege that we have in working with Radio 1 is that they listen to the problems that we're trying to solve or the goals that we want to achieve, which each one of those very vast clients.
Deliver your message to the audience that matters.
My clients have been extraordinarily happy over the last 20 years with the results produced by Radio 1.
Text business to 71007 to take your advertising to the next level.
Radio 1 does a phenomenal job at connecting with the community on every level.
Get results with WIBC.
The traffic at 436. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic from Keystone Avenue over to I-69, 4-minute delay. Inbound 65, an additional 5 minutes from 29th to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 slow from Harding Street into the South Split and east side. Southbound 465 slows from Washington Street down to South Shadeland Avenue, again from Arlington over to Emerson. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
An active Tuesday is ahead. Spotty showers possible before rain turns widespread Tuesday evening and night with some rumbles of thunder possible. Wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Can't rule out some stronger gusts, though, with highs pushing in the low 60s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, Nige, the calendar has rolled to March.
And I know this music.
It's almost time for buzzer beaters, the madness. And we're not just talking about on the basketball court. Every March, this program has some sort of little bracket competition, right? What are some of the ones we've done in the past?
Biden. Madness.
Which was where we did what?
We took the craziest, most outrageous, dumbest clips of Joe Biden jibber-jabbering, and we dwindled it down to the number one. I believe Happy Birthday, Dear Velvet was the winner last year. We did that one twice.
Right. The first winner was You Know the Thing.
You Know the Thing was...
Right.
Okay.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men, you know the thing.
So we've compiled a bunch of crazy, ridiculous clips, and we're going to put them in order. We're going to see who's the champion.
We've done COVID madness. We've done Trump nickname madness. We've done 2 rounds of Biden madness. And this year, starting next Monday, March 10th, Hammer and Nigel Records madness.
Wow.
Now, for those who may be new to this program.
Oh, wow.
Nigel and I have a fictional record company where we produce these silly little stupid songs and we play them on the radio. It's called Hammer and Nigel Records. It's usually something topical. Sometimes it's political. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
And we've taken the 16 biggest hits of Hammer and Nigel Records. We're going to have them in a bracket format, seeded 1 through 16. And beginning next Monday at 4:35, every weekday that we're on the air, you will have your chance to vote for one of these songs to move on to the next round.
To be clear, this was a tough, 16 is, like half. It doesn't even come close to how many actual Hammer and Nigel record songs that are out.
We could have done a full bracket of 64.
Yeah, sure.
But time's a factor.
Understood.
The number 1 seed is the Joe Biden quote song. And just making it into the field, the number 16 seed, the list of people who can suck it. So we've got a great field for you. Hopefully your favorite has made the bracket. And beginning next Monday at this time, 4:35, we will have the first matchup.
I'm so looking forward to this. If for no other reason that you have a memory like an elephant. You put this thing together. Some of these things, it'll be like I'll be hearing them for the first time. My memory is so awful, but then something will go off, and I'll be like, "Oh, I remember that." Go bowling.
Right.
Like when Georgia, I believe, was first opened up to COVID, and they let the bowling alleys open.
There's a lot of COVID songs in the mix here.
Okay,
yes.
Good. Okay.
I can go down the list of the seeds if you want, or we could just do it day of.
Let's do day of.
But yes, we're going to try to get this bracket put online for you by next Monday. We'll see if Nick in the digital department can do that for us. But I'm excited for this. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. And the way you vote is on Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter X account, whatever you want to call it, just sign up for one. Yeah. And then we will have 24 hours for you to vote for the song you want to move on in the tournament. Big Nige, guess who is back? Back again. The Love Gov. Governor Cuomo. Remember him from New York?
No. The guy with the nipple rings?
Nipple rings, and had to resign in disgrace over a sexual harassment scandal where...
there were all the female journalists and online influencers loved Cuomo and the supposed great job he was doing. They were calling themselves Cuomo-sexuals.
That's right. That's right. So he had to resign in disgrace because he was allegedly getting a little handsy with all the interns, all the staff members.
Well, same old thing, yeah.
Something we hear quite a bit here in Marion County, to be honest with you. But he is making a political comeback, Nige. He says he wants to be the mayor of New York City in a new video.
Today, our New York City is in trouble. You feel it when you walk down the street and try not to make eye contact with a mentally ill homeless person, or when the anxiety rises up in your chest as you're walking down into the subway. You see it in the empty storefronts, the graffiti, the grime, the migrant influx, the random violence. The city just feels threatening, out of control, and in crisis. These conditions exist not as an act of God, but rather as an act of our political leaders, or more precisely, the lack of intelligent action by many of our political leaders.
Honestly, sounds like Indianapolis. You walk down the street, you're afraid to make eye contact with the weird homeless guy that may or may not be covered in feces who's touching himself. A lot of the same things can happen, and the common denominator has always been Democrat leadership.
Yeah, I think Cuomo was one of the biggest falls from grace from a prominent, powerful Democrat that I've seen in recent memory. Like Cuomo, I'm not talking about creepy Hollywood Democrats like Harvey Weinstein that were in the entertainment industry. This is this guy. I'm talking about somebody in a position of power, one of the most powerful men in the country where COVID was like, ground zero. And this is a guy that was taking COVID positive elderly patients out of the hospital and shoving them back into the nursing homes.
And when the vaccine came out, remember this, he allowed his family members to cut people in line.
Oh, and get not only the vaccine, but get tested as well. Tests were hard to come by.
Right.
So, yeah, both of those things. Sure.
Let's take a little trip down memory lane and relive the fall from grace that was the love gov, Governor Andrew Cuomo.
I never touched anyone inappropriately or made inappropriate sexual advances. And my resignation will be effective in 14 days.
Incompetent government kills people.
Kills people.
The governor did not mean to grope her.
She's a cool chick with a hot ass.
I think it's going to be a very skeptical American public about taking the vaccine, and they should be.
You have no right to ask an employee about her sexual likes and dislikes. Pervert.
Oh, man. That was where Judge Janine went off the top rope on Governor Cuomo after finding out what he was asking his employees. Pervert. Nige, yes. Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, you saw them in concert last summer, right?
I did. My youngest loves the music of Green Day, so I went down to the Natty down in Cincinnati. Listen.
They still got it? I mean, they're in their 50s now.
That little pipsqueak put on a great show. Yeah, I hate to admit it because the audio we're about to play here, but that little runt put on a great show.
You're talking about the lead singer, Billy Joe Armstrong?
Yeah, he's just a little guy. But he's old, man, and he's up there.
Yeah,
he's just pure energy for hours. It was all the hits. And when I saw Green Day, no. Now, granted, this was Ohio. Yeah. This was Cincinnati, J.D. Vance country. So he made it a point to say on the stage, tonight's not about politics. It's about loving each other. Now, okay, great. So we avoided a lot of that crap.
At that point, the president had not been elected yet.
Correct.
No President Trump yet.
The only thing that he did was change one line of his song instead of a redneck agenda to a MAGA agenda. American Idiot. But other than that, there was no speech. There were no chants like what we heard in Australia over this past weekend.
Oh, wow. You say Musk?
So I'll play that again for you here in just a second. Get that ready again, Corbin. He's saying, you want Elon Musk to shut the bleep up, Donald Trump to shut the bleep up. Again, this is in Australia. That didn't happen at my show.
I was going to say, he's pretty brave when he's in Australia talking trash about a couple of guys, about Donald Trump at the very least, who overwhelmingly won the election, electoral and popular votes. And you said, of course, last summer he didn't have word one to say about politics. But now
specifically said he didn't want to talk politics.
But boy, you go down to Australia, different story.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know what it is, but ever since the inauguration, the TDS, it came back in full force.
It has come back.
But thankfully, Hammer and Nigel Pharmaceuticals have got something for people like Billy Joel.
Oh, my.
Are you angry all the time? Do you feel violent when you see the president?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
It could be that you have a burning case of Trump derangement syndrome. Trump derangement syndrome is a real thing for most millennials and uneducated celebrities. Symptoms of Trump derangement syndrome include saying the following things.
He's not my president. He didn't win the popular vote. That's it. We're heading to World War III.
To help combat Trump derangement syndrome and help keep your panties from getting into a wad or a bunch, Hammer and Nigel Pharmaceuticals have launched an all-new pill. It's called the Super Helpful Unwadding Trousers Unwinding Pill. Or you could just use the acronym SHUT UP. 9 out of 10 doctors agree that a big dose of Shut Up is the first step to recovery from Trump derangement syndrome. Ask your doctor if Shut Up is the best approach for you. Side effects of Shut Up may include the understanding that your feelings don't matter, a basic understanding of jobs in the economy, nonsensical and misspelled tweets coming to you at all hours of the night and the day. Shut Up! Now available from Hammer and Nigel Pharmaceuticals.
Hey! Meanwhile, at Xfinity. So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save over $1,000 in your first year versus other major carriers. Plus, ask how to get iPhone 16e on us. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual savings vary.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. When your garage floor has stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your whole garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job looks even worse. Look, spring will be here on March 20th. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio and installation this spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Guaranteed, a Comer & Cross concrete floor coating won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In one day, we make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And apply your gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor in 6 stages, just in time for spring. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation by spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hey, Bill, where you been? You're overdue for a haircut.
Man, listen, my water pipes burst and flooded my house. Place a mess. I've been staying with my daughter till I can figure out what to do.
You trying to fix it and move back in?
No way. It's too big a mess. It'll cost me tens of thousands of dollars. I ain't got that kind of money.
You trying to sell it then?
Well, that's what I'd like to do, but who's going to buy my house in this condition?
Did you call Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters?
Simple Quarters bought our house when we were in a jam. We needed to move real quick. They close fast, and gave us cash.
Simple Quarters will buy in any condition?
That's right. They buy as is. You don't have to repair anything or clean anything out. It's simple.
What do I have to do?
Just call them. They'll do a quick walkthrough, then they'll make you an offer.
Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to help people in difficult situations. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME. Check us out at simplequarters.com.
What if the next time you painted your home was the last time you painted your home?
Our Rhino Shield has been on for 8 years.
Rhino Shield. Call 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Kendall and Casey.
I'm a young, up-and-coming professional. We are people who want to work. We want to engage. We don't want to be freeloaders. And yet, it makes it very hard for young people to actually do that.
Kendall and Casey, 9 till noon on 93 WIBC.
Matt Baer, what's up?
Eastbound 465, stop and go traffic, Keystone Avenue to Benford. Inbound 65, 6-minute delay, 29th to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, sunshine 48 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. On the YouTube chat, Chris Hall writes, quote, "The fact that Hammer will pay to see Green Day is crappy. Maybe I should withhold my like on this video because you support a singer that has TDS. It's a birthday gift to my kid. Chris, if you don't want to hit like, that's fine, but sorry. He likes Green Day. He's a straight A student. I went down there, and that little pipsqueak put on a great show." Like, I'm somebody that can separate, honestly, the political crap from the art. Because if you can't, you're never going to be able to go to any concert, any ball game, any sort of activity whatsoever. So, yeah.
Whatever.
Had he been talking about American Idiot, I would have booed him. Probably would have raised a few words, but no. And as a matter of fact, hit like on the YouTube stream right now. Even though the camera sucks and it's broken, we need to get to 100. We need 40 more people to hit like on the YouTube stream. Hit us up, WIBC's YouTube camera.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct's Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. That's right, no interest for the next 6 years, making it easier than ever to afford the quality windows your home needs. But wait, there's more. This month only, Universal Windows Direct is giving you an extra $500 off your home improvement project. Whether you need a few windows or a full home upgrade, this bonus savings makes now the perfect time to act. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call today for your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Hey, it's Rob. If you want to grow your hair back, check out the Artist Robotic FUE at We Grow Hair Indy. Darren Andrews, clinic director, is here to tell us more.
The accuracy and the precision of the Artist Robotic FUE is what clients love the most. Get the results you want with our Artist FUE or multi-unit hair grafting procedure.
Grow your hair back today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. Call 317-522-2995 for your evaluation. 317-522-2995.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers going on now. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
guys, let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, you're moody, or it seems you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low T. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. They're not all the same. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Learn about personalized therapy at a Low T Center near you. LowTCenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant at home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
As an IT professional, you have the opportunity to guarantee your data security, participate in 100% landfill-free disposal, and have peace of mind with R2 V3 certifications. Technology Recyclers provides guaranteed complete data destruction, 100% landfill-free disposal, and the certification to back it up. Protect your data while saving the planet. Receive a free pickup of your e-waste from Technology Recyclers. Visit tech-recyclers.com. That's tech-recyclers.com.
Dents happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
Your local news coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. Here's Fox News in progress.
Appreciative. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt telling Fox Business
he wants a deal, and he wants to see President Zelensky express gratitude for the United States of America and hardworking American taxpayers who have been footing the bill for his nation's national security and defense.
President Trump still saying both Ukraine and Russia need to come to the table to stop the killing.
You're going to have the assent, and you're going to have the consent from the European nations, because I think that's important, and from us. I think everybody has to get into a room, so to speak, and we have to make a deal.
European leaders are pledging more military aid for Ukraine, meeting with Zelensky over the weekend after Friday's Oval Office blow-up. President Trump says he'll tell it like it is during tomorrow night's address to a joint session of Congress. Some Democratic lawmakers reportedly planning to skip that speech. New U.S. tariffs are about to hit North American neighbors, risking a trade war.
25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico will begin Tuesday, President Trump says.
No room left for Mexico or for Canada. No, the tariffs, they're all set. They go into effect tomorrow.
The president delayed tariffs on Canada and Mexico for a month as both countries tried to step up efforts to prevent fentanyl from being trafficked into the U.S. The Trump administration is also imposing an additional 10% tariff on Chinese products, and reciprocal tariffs on dozens of countries are set for next month.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Canadian officials say they have their own tariffs ready. Mexico's president says there's a plan and unity in Mexico, whatever the U.S. decides. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Changes to employee time off. 47 degrees, mostly cloudy at the Circle. You have a clear radar. Low temperatures down to the 30s tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Indiana state employees are now granted at least 6 weeks for maternity leave. It's all part of a new executive order Governor Mike Braun signed today.
Indiana supports strong families, and this is putting it out there where we're doing it through our own state government as well.
Braun says state employees can receive up to 150 hours of paid parental leave following the birth or adoption of a child, regardless of their length of employment. The order is supposed to go into effect immediately. Indiana's Victoria Sparks, the only Ukrainian member of Congress, believes President Zelensky is acting like a hero while his country's trying to fight for war and its people are dying.
So he's really coming here and trying to do presentations, but at some point, you have to do serious decisions. And obviously it showed to the American people that he's not a serious person and not a serious leader. It's all show.
Sparks talking to Newsmax. She believes that Zelensky's actions in the Oval Office from last Friday were not a good move. She believes that he picked a fight with Donald Trump and J.D. Vance just to please the media. The U.S. Supreme Court decided Monday to decline to hear a challenge from a conservative group. John Haver tells you why.
The group called Speech First challenged Indiana University's policy on bias-motivated incidents. They claimed that this policy violates First Amendment rights, but the justices rejected that notion. IU has defended its policy as promoting inclusivity and civility, but critics of it say that its ambiguity may limit open and honest dialogue. John Herrick, 93. WIBC Mobile News.
Rain moves into western Indiana early Tuesday and then heads out east, according to Cody Moore with the National Weather Service.
A lot of areas can get a half inch to maybe up to an inch of rain, and we haven't had much rain this month so far, so it's needed.
Moore says a cold front that is supposed to move in Wednesday, bringing in some chances for snow. It's supposed to warm back up by Friday, though. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
If we are truly the racing capital of the world, we want our audience to be more reflective of the world around us. And Radio 1 has been a great partner in helping us do that.
How can a partnership with WIBC serve your business?
I'm Michael Kaltenmark, Senior Director of Marketing for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and proud partner and client of Radio 1.
Diversity.
Radio 1's diverse reach not only allows us to get our message in front of a diverse audience, but then also gets those folks interested as we look to invite more diverse audiences to the track to join us, to let them know that the Speedway is open to them and that they're welcome there. And they've been a strategic partner in helping us achieve that goal.
Deliver your message to the audience that matters.
We've been able to attract an even larger audience and fill the Speedway with more people because of our partnership with Radio 1.
Text business to 71007 to take your advertising to the next level.
Radio 1's right there with us in the trenches.
Get results with WIBC.
The traffic on the 5s at 5:05. Here's Matt Bear.
East side crash northbound 465 at Fallen Creek, blocking the center lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to East 56th Street. Eastbound 465 on the north side, stop-and-go from Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. Inbound 65, 4-minute delay from 29th at 2 Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 slow, Harding Street to the south split. South side, eastbound 465, stop-and-go traffic before US 31 over to I-65. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
An active Tuesday is ahead. Spotty showers possible before rain turns widespread Tuesday evening and night with some rumbles of thunder possible. Wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Can't rule out some stronger gusts, though, with highs pushing into the low 60s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on The Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hello, my name is Nigel. That is Jason Hammer right over there with an extremely important and esteemed special guest on the hotline.
Somebody that's got their work cut out for them, that's for
yeah.
sure. Natalie Goodwin is the new president of the Marion County GOP. She was the winner this past weekend against John Schmitz. Natalie, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
So, Natalie, I'm going to ask you some questions that I asked the guy you beat when he came in studio a couple weeks ago, because I think the questions hold up here. And number one, how do you get Republicans in Marion County to go out and vote, especially when it's a non-presidential cycle? Natalie, this is my city. I've lived here pretty much my whole life outside of the Ball State days. Marion County kid here, and voting numbers are awful. How do you fix that?
Absolutely. Well, I have the same history of you. Grew up here, spent my life here. I'm now raising my family here and feel pretty passionately about the future of this city. I know we can do better. I think the bottom line is we haven't done a good enough job of getting people motivated and sharing our message with them. This isn't something we're going to fix in the next 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 months. It is a long game, but it starts with the basics on the ground, building resources, re-engaging the party infrastructure by open communication, asking people to participate, showing up where we have not been showing up in a consistent way, and then staying disciplined with our message of telling folks not only what's going wrong and holding people accountable, but actually talking about solutions that we can provide with Republican leadership in Indianapolis.
Do you think those conversations are going to resonate with the type of Marion County resident that it's just been brainwashed, you got to vote blue, right? Because last time I checked, Natalie, I think it was like 60 to 40 Democrat to Republican ratio. And that's how a lot of these elections go, even with the turnout being bad. Are you open to going into some of these blue hotspots and saying, look, I know you vote blue. It's probably what you've been taught from your parents and grandparents, but how is that working out for you? Do you guys have a plan for winning some new voters over?
Absolutely. And exactly what you said. We have to start showing up in communities. But again, I will continue to reinforce, we can't show up in a community 6 months or 3 months before an election and buy a bunch of commercials and expect that's going to change anyone's mind. We have to be willing to do the groundwork, to go in, to engage, spend time developing a relationship, building trust, and then being able to have those conversations of these are the real solutions we can provide. You know, as everyone knows, and I'm sure a lot of folks heard, I'm a parent. I have children here, and I truly believe that there is a lot of opportunity to speak to those parents around the city whose children are growing up in failed neighborhoods, who are not having access to the opportunities that they should. It might be harder to change someone's mind, but if you can talk about the future of their family and their children, I think there's a lot of parents out there, specifically mothers, who are willing to listen and give people a chance so that their kids can have a better opportunity.
Hey, Natalie, Nigel here, Natalie Goodwin, the president of the Marion County GOP. Maybe step back just a little bit and tell everybody exactly what your role is. What are you going to be doing? Your day-to-day duties here. Not only within the next year, the next few months, the next few weeks. What happens with your job and what is your role as the president of the Marion County GOP?
Yeah, certainly. So in this role, you are the head of the political operation, essentially, of the county party. So there's a lot of facets to that. But I think, you know, the basic three that I will continue to focus on is building resources, so fundraising, party infrastructure, making sure we have those PC spots filled, that we are starting to engage voters, that we have people who can work the polls and really have our infrastructure in place. And then, again, continuing to focus on messaging. So talking with folks like you, but also making sure we're putting out social media and that we're reaching out directly to people and really talking about what we are going to be doing. There's obviously the day-to-day logistics, which include, you know, sending the emails, recruiting candidates, raising money, and all the things that have to get done to make this happen.
Speaking with Natalie Goodwin, the new president of the Marion County Republican Party, here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Natalie, you have to know there are some challenges going into this job. Marion County's not just historically blue, it's like a hard blue. Even very vulnerable Democrats have won by comfortable margins the last couple of years. What are the biggest challenges that you see in this position?
I think the biggest challenge is apathy. I think it's the folks who have tuned out, who have said, I don't care, we don't win, what's the point, why should I bother? That is a challenge, and it's a tough one. But I think with an energizing leader and being able to bring more people into the fold and engaging folks, it's something we can overcome. It is a challenge here, but it wasn't that long ago when we had a Republican mayor. You can look up to the new state chair, who in Allen County took a seat from someone that had been in a Democrat control for 45 years. Vanderburgh County, look at the popular vote that President Trump won in this last election cycle. We can say things are tough and they're not going to happen until they do. And it's when we put the groundwork in and get stuff done, I think we'll surprise a lot of people.
Natalie, is there any division in the Republican Party that's going to prohibit you from accomplishing your goals? Because much like the Democrats, where we see the lunatic fringe that kind of took control of their party, that ran out a lot of the moderate Democrats, we keep hearing that the Republican Party, it's the MAGA folks against the establishment folks. Number one, do you think it's fair that you were lumped into the establishment category? And number two, do you buy into there's some division in the Republican Party?
I think people, no matter what, if it's a Republican or party or the Democrat Party or your sports team, there are going to be divisions. People are not going to agree 100% of the time, and I hear that. I share frustration in that, though, because specifically with this, I think there are a lot of opportunity for us to focus our fire on another party and work on getting more Republicans elected, because I think a lot of us can agree that having a Republican in elected office will be better than what we currently have, as an example. So sure, there might be divisions or people might disagree on small things, but at the end of the day, I think we all share the same goal, and I'm really energized knowing that we'll be able to work together to get that done.
Natalie, last thing here before we let you go. When you look at some of these high-profile Democrats that have current positions of power in Marion County, for those that are up for re-election, who do you think is the most vulnerable, and is that where you're going to spend most of your time early on in your run as president, going after that individual?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to name any names yet. I think we're going to spend a lot of time with the data. Over the last election cycle, we did get some really great data, and we will be digging into all of that and making sure that we are allocating our resources appropriately. But I think we have a lot of opportunities to pick up some seats and to make a run at some of these things and get some change going here in Marion County.
Natalie Goodwin, the new president of the Marion County GOP. Natalie, if anybody's listening right now and they have questions or concerns or they want to run something by you, what's the best way they can reach out?
Certainly. I have a new email address, and folks should feel free to reach out. Part of this, I want to hear from everyone. I have said Marion County is a large county. Things are going to be different in different neighborhoods, and I want to know what is affecting your neighborhood, your precinct, your township specifically. Natalie at indierepublicans.com is a great way to get a hold of me, and I will follow up with you there.
And Natalie, one more thing. I'm sorry, I had one more thing come in. Bobby is listening right now, tweets at us at Hammer and Nigel. Can you ask Natalie what type of candidates they're looking at putting up in Marion County? Do you have any answer to that question yet, Natalie?
I would say neighborhoods and communities are very good at picking candidates that represent them. So I don't have an answer to that yet, because we're going to be spending a lot of time on the ground out talking to folks and finding those people who are engaged, who are showing up, who know their community best and know what values that they want to be representing when they're elected to serve their community. So that's going to be a long process. We're going to involve a whole lot of people in it. But again, it always comes back to, I think constituents know best what they need. So I'll be looking to hear from those folks about who they want representing them.
Natalie Goodwin, new president of the Marion County GOP. Natalie, look, as a Marion County resident, I'm rooting for you. There's a lot of zeros that have positions of power in this city. We just got to get people to get out there and vote, and there has to be a reason for them to get out there and vote. I know you got your work cut out for you, but best of luck, okay?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I look forward to continuing the conversation with you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's Natalie Goodwin. She is the new president of the Marion County GOP. All right, Matt Baer, he's standing by in the WIBC Traffic Center.
Yeah, Hammer, looking at the east side crash, northbound 465 at Fall Creek. Center lane is closed, stopping us back to Penn Pike, and a little bit further than that. It's an 18-minute delay right now. Inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, 21st to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 grinding into the south split from Harding Street. East side northbound at 465 slows a little bit into the I-69 ramps with eastbound 465 stop and go Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by True Green. True Green, get a golf course quality lawn for less than you think. Sign up at truegreen.com. That's TRUgreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, we've got some sunshine here on Monument Circle 48 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. How about this? Caller number 9. This is an awesome show. Steve Martin and Martin Short. Saturday, October 25th, the Old National Center. These dudes are funny individually. When you get them together, it's awesome.
We need to have two different discussions. What movies have they been in together that have been awesome? I say Three Amigos. And then we need to have a discussion, what 2 movies have they been in separately that are the best?
The Jerk.
The Jerk for Steve Martin. I grew up with Inner Space.
Yes.
With Martin Short and Dennis Quaid.
That's right.
I'm sure I could come up with some other Martin Short movies than Inner Space, but I don't know. Something for a later discussion, for sure.
Both of them on SNL. Now, Steve Martin was never a cast member. He just hosted a million times. Martin Short was a cast member, I believe, and was hilarious. The synchronized swimmers, the guy sweating with the real long cigarette, Ed Grimley.
He was on Second City. Martin Short was Second City. Steve Martin was Saturday Night Live.
Martin Short was also on SNL.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah. Ed Grimley.
Oh, Ed Grimley. Hey, my name's Ed Grimley. I used to do the greatest Ed Grimley impression. I've lost it totally.
So caller number 9, we're going to get you tickets to Steve Martin and Martin Short, Old National Center.
That's cool.
239-9393. Caller number 9, 239-9393. Are you okay with this? Next.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. We have something also called diathermy. What is it, and how can it help children?
Shortwave diathermy increases blood flow and lymphatic flow, and once you get that going, it helps to clear out things. And it also has an antibiotic antiviral effect, so it also seems to kill the infections themselves. And it's perfectly safe, something that can be used on kids. But the original purpose of shortwave diathermy was basically for pneumonia patients. So kids who do have the mycoplasma pneumonia can certainly come in and get some immediate benefit from that. One of our magic little devices that we use within our office, one of the things we use it for is otitis media. Kids can come in and be screaming because their ears hurt, and by the time that they leave, their ears are clear.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes to the IRS. Billions in tax relief is now being made available to struggling taxpayers, giving thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars in savings away to those who qualify. If you're facing wage garnishment, threatening letters, audits, liens, levies, or already in a payment plan, you can now expedite the resolution to your tax problem, end collections, and even qualify to reduce a large portion of what you owe. Stop IRS Debt has established a relief hotline for you to call to check what savings and options you qualify for. Dial 800-518-9137. With many people facing job loss and rising cost of living, these special IRS initiatives are designed to aid delinquent taxpayers with the relief that they need to get a fresh start. For a free consultation to see what savings you qualify for, call 800-518-9137. 800-518-9137. 800-518-9137.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Need furnace or heat pump service and want to work with a local independent dealer you can trust, like Stevenson Heating and Cooling? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show. Oh, yeah!
75-year-old Rick Springfield, Hammer, has found a new way to treat his depression: microdosing LSD.
Good Lord.
Yeah, LSD to me has sort of a very heavy negative connotation when we're talking about drugs and hallucinogenics.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong here. I'm sure there's some expert that can guide me the right way, but Rick Springfield says he's microdosing LSD to treat his depression. He says it's better than ketamine. Quote, "I'm not adverse to anything that helps me be happier and a better person." And I thought, here's what it might sound like of Rick Springfield singing part of Jesse's Girl on LSD.
Jesse's got himself a girl and I want to make her mine. And she's watching him with those eyes.
So stupid.
I was at Jesse's girl.
Oh, good Lord.
So Rick Springfield
Yes.
singing Jesse's Girl on LSD. Are you okay with Rick Springfield taking microdosing LSD for depression?
Yes, I'm okay with this. Now, I'm not condoning this for treatment to anybody with depression, but if it keeps Rick Springfield alive, if it keeps him happy, if it keeps him from going postal and shooting up a bank or something, yes, why wouldn't I be okay with this? You know what it also does? It answers questions for me. Because I've always wondered, why does he sound so bad when he's on that all 80s channel on Sirius XM radio? Now, I know we work in terrestrial radio, and we're not supposed to talk about Sirius, but on Sirius XM, the all 80s channel, Rick Springfield has a show. He just mumbles through it. He sounds awful. He's not prepared. He's reading it right off the page, and he will make fun of his staff if they write something wrong. It's awful. The music he plays is great, but he sounds just like Joe Biden when he's on that show. So maybe he's on LSD. I totally get it. Now, normally, we play these types of games when Allison is here, our producer. But Allison's down in Florida, so we got Corbin here.
Hey, Corbin.
So, Corbin, do you listen to a lot of Rick Springfield?
I cannot say, honestly, he is on my playlist.
Okay. So, I've got a little, just a short one, 4-song montage of Rick Springfield songs. Corbin, based on the honor system and the honor system alone, you tell us how many of these you've heard of. Nige, I've set the over-under at 2.5. 2.5.
We'll go over.
Over. So
And
you're
there's
saying
only-
Corbin knows 3 or 4 of these songs in the montage?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Thumbs up. Okay, signature song. There we go.
Easy enough.
There's number 1. Corbin? No. Love Somebody. 2. It comes down to this next one.
Yeah.
3, yeah.
I knew it.
There we go.
Okay. John Corbin.
4 big songs from Rick Springfield right there.
Are you okay with this? A soccer match in Germany ended up being called off because a child bit the referee in the junk.
I'm sorry, what?
The referee had to call it off right before the game when a child of one of the players took a bite. Are you okay with this?
No. No, not at all. Because my question is, where did this child learn it? Now, maybe I'm, just a Gen X kid here, but I remember the drug commercials. I learned it by watching you. Is he seeing crank biting at home?
And again, it's not like a fellow player or somebody on the opposite team. It's the referee.
Right.
The ref.
And it was so egregious. It wasn't just like, he accidentally grazed the teeth on it. Stop laughing, you insensitive you-know-whats. He went in there and took a big full chomper bite. Oh. Yeah. No. Oh, my God. So, no, I'm not okay with that. But if anything, it gives us a chance to play great moments in being hit in the junk history.
Great.
This was a dad at a birthday party of one of his kids. He had a confetti, cannon. He's supposed to pull it back and the confetti goes up in the air. He had it facing the wrong way.
Happy birthday.
No, didn't it?
You. Oh!
Was that a gender reveal, or was that just like they were releasing some?
It was singing of Happy Birthday, and it was supposed to be the big crescendo.
Because some of that stuff, man, like people have died doing what that guy was doing, and that's no joke.
You're right. Great moments in being hit in the junk history. This is an umpire behind home plate, and the pitcher and catcher had a little miscommunication. There was a cross-up, as it's known as, and the ball ricochets off the glove, and guess where it hits?
Take a listen. Yeah.
Right in the old balls and strikes.
That just sounds so painful.
And last but not least, great moments in being hit in the junk history. I don't know much about the game of cricket, but I know this sounds painful.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no!
It's a cricket.
Oh, no!
Cricket ball right to the old...
I remember that one. It looks painful. It sounds painful.
Great moments in being hit in the junk history. And now for the professional transition to the newsroom with Harrison Silcox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
How about some more maternity leave? Mostly cloudy, 47 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing to worry about on the radar. 39 is your low tonight. You do have some chances for rain. I'm Harrison Silcox from Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 5:30. Indiana state employees are now granted at least 6 weeks for maternity leave. That's part of a new executive order Governor Mike Braun signed today.
Indiana supports strong families, and this is putting it out there where we're doing it through our own state government as well.
Braun says state employees can receive up to 150 hours of paid parental leave following the birth or adoption of a child, regardless of how long they've been employed with the state. The order is supposed to take effect immediately. President Donald Trump not changing his mind about those tariffs for Canada and Mexico.
I would just say this to people in Canada or Mexico: if they're going to build car plants, the people that are doing them are much better off building here, because we have the market. We're the market where they sell the most.
Trump originally planned to begin implementing those tariffs last month, and he issued a 30-day pause following some assurances from Canada and Mexico about improving border security. Now those tariffs set to go in place here, I believe, tomorrow. Ukrainian President Zelensky insulted President Trump and let his people down when he argued in the Oval Office last Friday. That's according to Indiana Congresswoman Victoria Sparks.
Coming to the White House and, playing, politics and doing theater, what he's trying to do to drum up his poll. And, I think he overplayed his card.
Sparks, the only Ukrainian member of Congress, told Newsmax that offending the American people was a terrible idea. It only makes things worse for Ukraine. Rain, snow, strong winds, and a warm-up. That's all on tap on your forecast this week, reports Ryan Hedrick.
Rain moves in Tuesday and sticks around all day. Temperatures will drop Wednesday, bringing a better shot at snow. But by Friday,
we're already back up into the low to mid-50s, and it looks like we'll be around the 50-degree mark for much of the weekend.
Forecaster Cody Mort, the National Weather Service Indianapolis, says that trend continues into next week when temperatures will stay in the 60s. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Traffic at 5:31. Here's Matt Bear.
Eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from Keystone Avenue over to I-69. On the east side, northbound 465, all lanes have reopened at Fall Creek from a crash, but we still have heavy traffic and a 19-minute delay back to I-70. Inbound 65 grinding 21st to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 stop and go traffic Harding Street to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
An active Tuesday is ahead. Spotty showers possible before rain turns widespread Tuesday evening and night with some rumbles of thunder possible. Wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour. Can't rule out some stronger gusts, though, with highs pushing in the low 60s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
All right, Donald Trump, big speech tomorrow. Not exactly some sort of State of the Union thing, because that doesn't happen in the first year or month after the inauguration. I don't know how it works.
Right.
Whatever.
He's speaking to the same people. It's just not the State of the Union.
Yeah, exactly. It's happened before, but I kind of want to know what's going to be in this speech.
Well, in-your-face Nancy Mace on Twitter said she spent some time with the president this past weekend and basically get ready, bow, as Joe Biden once said. It's supposed to be pretty fiery. And on Truth Social, Donald Trump put this out, quote, "Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is."
I'll tell it like it is, all in caps.
All caps.
I'll tell it like it is. I'm a disgusting Zelensky. He disrespected me, asked him to leave the Oval Office. And we're still getting the rare earth minerals. It's still happening.
Zelensky was begging like a dog.
I was reading. I mean, as soon as that press conference was over Friday and they exited the Oval Office, Zelensky's cabinet was like, so are we going to sign the deal? Or and Trump was like, no, get out. You're done. You don't want peace. They were exited from the White House, the property, very quickly, from what I read.
I'm surprised Trump didn't call ICE. Take Zelensky to Guantanamo. Can you imagine? Oh my God! How do you think Rachel Maddow would handle that on MSNBC that night? Her head would spin around like Beetlejuice. But tomorrow, 8 p.m.
Is Holman coming?
He shows up with the cuffs.
God, oh, that's wrong on so many levels, but I love it.
8 p.m. tomorrow is the big speech to a full joint session of Congress. Okay. I believe we're going to air it here at 93 WIBC. And here to tell us a little bit more about what we can expect to hear on the speech tomorrow, joining us on the hotline, Nige. This is exciting.
Really?
AI Donald Trump.
Yeah, Hammer Nigel, happy Monday. Hey, get ready for a truly incredible speech tomorrow. Believe me, if my speech tomorrow were a movie, it would be Roadhouse because it kicks so much ass. I was thinking of also making it a cookout. Why? Because I am going to be roasting weenies like Zelensky all damn night.
Okay.
I may even try and deport Nancy Pelosi. I know she is an American, but what the hell? I think it's worth a shot.
Sure.
I hope all of your listeners on 93.1 WIBC listen tomorrow night. Oh, speaking of the radio station, congrats to you both on hosting a successful event for veterans on Friday.
Thank you.
Although watching Nigel's drunk ass leave early was on brand. Nigel left early because he was drunk. Imagine being too drunk to bowl. And then for him to have Rob Kendall drive him home as he slurs all over the live Facebook feed was embarrassing. I hope little Rob sterilizes his car after that red-faced fat ass leaving his vehicle smelling like a mixture of whiskey and farts. Well, I gotta go. Tell Nigel we won't tell his wife how much he had to drink. AI Trump out.
That's AI Donald Trump joining us on the hotline, Nige. You okay, Chief?
Oh, God. Yeah, that was fantastic. I can't deny any of it. I can't refute any of it, and I'm sure you're going to play that back when you go to your daily hit with Rob tomorrow. So
it's like a Foxworthy joke. If you're too drunk to bowl, you might be a redneck. I wasn't
too drunk to bowl. We left at 8:40. Rob had to get home to his sick kid, and I had to get home to more bourbon.
The event ended at 9. It was Hammer and Nigel's bowling event, and Nigel left early because his DD was leaving. So, yeah, whiskey and farts.
It wasn't his car. He drove his wife's car.
Oh, poor Gabby.
She got in that car this morning. Yeah, whiskey and farts.
I could tell exactly where Nigel sat.
We didn't even stop by Taco Bell.
That would have been great. Or White Castle.
I know.
Like, we could make a movie out of that. Nigel and Rob go to White Castle. Nigel and Rob go to Waffle House.
I had so much fun Friday. I'm still on a high from Friday.
We're aware. Thank you. But no, man, you're right. That was so fun. And thanks to everybody that showed up, that bid on silent auction items, that, won prizes, whatever the case may be. You helped a lot of great organizations. We raised a couple $1,000s. You guys rock.
Boy, but you and Rob and your wives went at it 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, you did the Friday night Red, White, and Bowl with us, and then Saturday you guys did something.
So we went to the Damar Services big fundraising gala. Damar does a lot of great stuff, man. They help special needs children and families, and, man, they do God's work. And they had their big annual fancy schmancy gala on Saturday at the JW Marriott, and I got dressed up, threw on a tie.
Saw that.
Washed my butt, showed up. I was clean. Rob had a tie on, a jacket. Our beautiful wives were there, and Damar raised a lot of money. And I tell you what, the entertainment they brought that night. So the opening act was the dude that won America's Got Talent, like the janitor from Terre Haute that was singing the Journey songs.
Yeah.
So he kind of opened things up.
Fantastic.
Then they had this big auction where they raised a ton of money. And the entertainment for the night was a stand-up set from David Spade and Dana Carvey, Saturday Night Live. And they were both hilarious.
And they have a podcast together as well.
Yes.
It's called Fly on the Wall. Fly on the Wall. I think they talk about a lot about SNL stories and stuff like that.
Right. So they each did about 20 minutes of stand-up alone, and then they came out and did like Q&A and just, talked about SNL and Norm Macdonald and Sandler and all those guys. And such a great event. And again, thank you to Damar for having us out. So did you watch any of the Oscar awards last night?
No, I didn't watch. It was on Hulu, and Hulu was a disaster, and they really screwed up at the end. Basically, it was the Mike Tyson fight all over again on Netflix, except at the end of Hulu, they Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Motion Picture. There was some sort of technology error. We didn't get to see any of it.
Oh, my God.
And they replayed it over after they fixed it.
Right, but you want to see it live, though.
Well, of course, yeah, especially if you're into that kind of thing.
What was the streaming outlet that screwed up the Jake Paul fight with Tyson?
Netflix,
right? Yeah, they screwed it up.
It was Netflix. So that was a big disaster. I haven't. Adrian Brody is one of my favorite actors. I love everything he's done. He's the youngest Oscar winner. He won in 2003 for The Pianist, and then he won again for this movie called The Brutalist.
He was Pat Riley in the Showtime
Was he
Lakers.
really? How'd he do?
He was good. Like, I didn't know the story of Pat Riley with those Showtime Lakers. Like, I knew he was the coach, but he was like an old dirtbag, and then he decided to change his image, and that's when he got the fancy suits and slicked his hair back and didn't look like such a bum anymore.
And then the best picture was Anora, which is about a sex worker who falls, I guess, I haven't seen it. She falls for the son of a Russian oligarch, and then their family's not too happy about that.
So it's kind of like the Bidens and, Ukrainians. One of these chicks falls in love with Hunter, and nobody's really excited about it. But
again, you didn't... as far as I know, you didn't see the best picture, the best actress, which was Mikey Madison, who is the woman that played the sex worker, and Adrian Brody, which was kind of dumb. What a disaster.
I knew like one movie that was nominated for any of these awards.
Yeah.
Like, until they start giving out Lifetime Achievement Awards to the cast of Revenge of the Nerds, I'm kind of out. Best movie ever made. The nominees are Revenge of the Nerds, Roadhouse, and Porky's. And the Oscar goes to. I'd be fine with any one of those winning. But
I don't know. The only one I saw, I think, was Conclave. About the movie about them picking a new pope.
Was that the movie you were bitching about in the office earlier today?
I was bitching about it. They were really good actors, and I can't even go down the list of actors. Some of them were up for best actor.
Great cast,
it was a great cast, but then like there was a conspiracy with the dead pope and who he picked to be his successor. And then the guy that they finally voted to be pope had a very big controversial thing happen. There was a little tiny, kind of little sliver of wokeness to Conclave.
Wasn't there like a woke pope right now that's like really sick?
I don't know.
The woke
I don't
pope
know.
is sick, I believe.
Okay, I pray for the woke pope to recover. He's got pneumonia. So that's the Dune 2. Is the other best picture that I've seen. Yes, I love Dune 2. Dune 2. I've seen Wicked. Good Lord. This is more movies that... Well, I fell asleep during Wicked, but...
You should do reviews, movies I've slept through. It's an all-new podcast with Nige. He's going to talk about the movie up until the point where he fell asleep.
Which is like 5 minutes in.
So you watched a little of it on Hulu, but it sucked. Is that right?
No, but just the technical difficulties, and especially towards the end when they were announcing the best picture, the best supporting, the best actress, the best actor. I mean, Adrian Brody is one of only a few actors who have won Best Actor twice. And he is the youngest actor to do it at 29 for The Pianist.
Didn't Steve Guttenberg do that for Police Academy?
Steve Guttenberg has not, unfortunately, won an Academy Award.
He should have.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
So some great, well-known, talented actors won some awards last night. But truth of the matter is, many times they're winning for acting like us, like normal people in these roles.
Yeah, that's what actors do. They act like normal human beings.
So the question becomes, when is it going to be our turn?
Award season is officially over. Or is it? Introducing the Normies, the only award show that honors performances by everyday people doing everyday things.
Thank you.
With categories like Best Save Before Cursing in Front of a Child.
Son of a bistro cafe.
Best Recovery when you forget someone's name.
Oh, hey, you.
Best performance by someone receiving a gift they hate.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
And best way to tell someone to bleep off without telling them to bleep off.
Well, bless your heart.
The Normies. Why reward actors when the best performances happen every day to us?
Now that's an award show I would watch.
I would too.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Spring showers might bring flowers, but they can also bring roof leaks. Strong winds, heavy rain can expose hidden damage, leading to costly water issues inside your home. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Water can seep into your attic, walls, and insulation, causing mold, rot, and expensive structural damage. The good news? Moss Roofing. They offer free inspections. Whether it's a small leak or a big roofing concern, their expert team will assess the damage and provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. With over 35 years of experience, Moss Roofing knows how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather. Don't wait for a minor drip to turn into a major repair. For top-notch roofing services, trust Moss Roofing to keep you dry this spring. For a job done right every single time, visit mossroofing.com. Call 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665 or go online to Moss Roofing. MOSS, mossroofing.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you.
Hey, if you drink vodka, but you have not tried Barkeep vodka yet, you are missing out. It is the cleanest vodka ever made by... They utilize this new compression filtering process. It reduces the bite, the burn, the aftertaste. It is literally the smoothest vodka we've ever tasted, and a better value than almost all the other top-shelf vodkas.
It's a better vodka at a lower price. And it's made and distilled with corn from Indiana farmers. These guys are all about local. Pick up a bottle at any Indiana grocery or liquor store. Barkeep Vodka. BarkeepVodka.com. Grab a bottle tonight.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text MAINE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text MAIN to 321-321. That's MAINE to 321-321.
Are you thinking this year I want to look and feel better and get my hair back? We Grow Hair Indy can help you do just that. I'm Rob, and I got my hair back at We Grow Hair Indy. Here's Darren Andrews, clinic director, to tell you why I chose them.
For nearly 20 years, we've helped thousands of clients grow their hair back, and we can help you. We're one of only 2 places in the entire country to offer the Artist Robotic FUE and multi-unit hair grafting.
I got multi-unit hair grafting. I love the results and cannot believe how much hair I got back. I can't recommend them enough. Call right now, 317-522-2995 for a free evaluation. Great technology, great company, great people, great results. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com, see my results, and call 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Don't you want to say, I got my hair back?
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
Eastbound 465 slow, Keystone Avenue to I-69. Inbound 69 still drags 96 to 82nd. That's a crash. Meridian Kessler, College Avenue at East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Design Center at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, sunshine. We got 48 at the American Standard Heating and Weather Center. Nudge, some Reba McEntire fans are not very happy.
Oh, no. Reba?
Reba decided that she would do a cover of a Dua Lipa song at a recent concert.
Okay, great idea.
Dua Lipa, big pop star right now. Do you think this was a good idea? Does this do anything for you?
I don't know. The song she's covering, I'm not sure I know the person she's covering. And quite frankly, I don't know.
You to pop music is me to the YouTube stars.
Okay, so you tell me if that. I mean, Corbin is a young guy. Did you recognize that song that Reba McEntire was covering?
No, I didn't, because I listened to Reba back from when she was doing stuff in the 90s.
Okay. I didn't think it was
80s, I mean.
bad. I thought it was a decent cover of the song. It kind of sounded...
So you know the song?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie.
Please don't lie.
That was okay. But this mashup of Reba McEntire doing Fancy to Paradise City is so much better. Oh, here we go. Come on, Reba. Talk about Fancy. Let's go.
I remember it all.
Yeah.
Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18.
Hell yeah.
We lived in a one-room run-down shack on the outskirts of New Orleans.
This is incredible.
We didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were hard-pressed.
Uh-huh.
Then Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress.
Yes.
Well, Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and she painted my eyes.
Top stories are coming up next. Corbin, let this play us out.
Dua Lipa should do a cover of this song.
Attention Indiana homeowners, are you dealing with a wet and moldy crawl space? Hi, I'm Adam Swain with Swain Co. Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts dedicated to fixing your crawl space right the first time. And with our new, no interest, no payment financing, you can get the repairs you need without breaking the bank. Don't let crawl space water problems dampen your spirits. Call Swain Co., Indy's most trusted waterproofing experts at 317-407-1868 or swaincollc.com.
Bands are us. When dreams don't get in, bands are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
Bands are us. When dreams don't get in, bands are us.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning online learning program.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by education experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 10,000 learning activities and more than 850 lessons, it's an engaging and comprehensive curriculum. More info at abcmouse.com/radio.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Ready for better sleep? Now is your chance during the March mattress sale. Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, King Coil, Bed Gear, and Nectar mattresses, you can save up to $800 with up to 4 years interest-free financing. And don't forget, Thompson Furniture delivers for free. Hurry! Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
In almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it is a one and done. Because we don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
AdventNows.com. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Marek Mazurek. Purdue University is looking to fill what it says is a growing gap in leadership and management expertise in the construction industry in Indianapolis. This fall, the university will launch a reimagined construction management technology program in the Circle City. Marcus Rogers, the interim department head in the School of Construction Management, says the idea was born out of the split of IUPUI.
We just didn't want it to be a one-to-one duplicate of what we had up here. We wanted to say, okay, we have an urban campus. That's a unique opportunity. How can we take advantage of that?
The new program being offered out of Purdue Polytechnic Institute is designed to give students at Purdue in Indianapolis the skills to be leaders in the construction industry. It will also ultimately include a registered apprenticeship program. The curriculum will include courses focusing on managing construction projects, from conceptual budgets to day-to-day operations to project turnover and completion. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery, unapologetically optimistic, equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world, because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose, creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University, bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Katz, Sapper, and Miller, the largest accounting firm in Indianapolis, now wants to make its mark in the world of information technology consulting. The firm announced this week it has launched an IT consulting practice led by David Eckel, a longtime local IT executive who joined KSM in November. KSM has 415 Indianapolis area employees and another 374 employees at offices in Fort Wayne, Evansville, Cincinnati, Oklahoma City, and New York City. The firm does accounting, tax, and audit work for clients in a range of industries. It also offers advisory services in more than a dozen subject areas, including site selection, incentives, government, healthcare, veterinary consulting, and now IT services. Eckel said KSM decided to add IT consulting because the firm's clients had expressed a need, particularly in the areas of artificial intelligence consulting and general IT business strategy. I'm Marek Mazurek for 93 WIBC.
Last time you practiced your home fire escape plan. Be sure everyone in your family knows what to do if there's a fire. Get out, stay out. It's your fire safe response.
Coming up in 2 minutes, Governor Mike Braun has put pen to paper on another executive order, this one about maternity leave, sentencing for the truck stop serial killer for killing a woman from Indianapolis, and what you could expect from your forecast this week.